chance this year. I think the Rams and the Chargers both could make it. What do you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they're –
Yes.
Last year we gave them time to kind of – especially the Chargers kind of grow into their new staff and their new system. But I think both teams are extremely well positioned this year.
Good talent and a bad attitude gets you a long way in this game.
Yeah.
And when I say bad attitude, I'm talking about on the field.
Right. Like Jared Verse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Both these teams are terrific. Have great coaches and things like that. But they both, and John knows, they both, especially this one, have an attitude.
Yeah.
And that attitude is, you know what? You could look at a guy and tell him what you're going to do to him without saying a word.
Yep.
So I think everybody here should be prepared for something really cool.
So how is it that you, Jim Hill, are at every press conference ever
John,
in Los Angeles?
I'm really John Ireland III.
Oh, is that what it is? Bouncing around really fast?
Well,
our family tree has many branches.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jim, I've told this story many, many times on the air, and Greg and Steve have heard none of my stories, so I'm sure they haven't heard this first one.
It's new to me.
When I first got a job at KCBS KCAL, I said to myself, all right, I'm going to be the first one there, and I'm going to be in position. I'm going to introduce myself to everybody. And there's like an 11 a.m. press conference. I get there at 9:30, and there's Jim. So I go over and introduce myself to Jim, and then next day, the whole process repeats. Noon press conference, I get there at 10, there's Jim. He looks at me, he goes, you and I are going to get along just fine.
There you go. There you go.
And then for about 10 years, we were on the same team. That was fun.
That was some of the best times I've had working with John Ireland.
That's nice, man.
Hey,
That's nice.
Jim, I was thinking about something.
He's trying to cut me off from paying him a compliment.
I am.
But I'm
You know me, I can't take it.
Nobody's comfortable with compliments except me.
All true.
Is it that way? Is it this way every day with you guys?
Every day. This
Jim,
is what we do.
When you came to, and for people who don't know, Jim played in the NFL, played for the Packers, played for the Chargers. Do you ever think about just the absolute contrast between when you played and what we're seeing now? When you played, there were not 1,000 people in the stands watching training camp.
Except
didn't
in
they make
Green
you
Bay.
do two-a-days?
Except in
Green Bay. You
Bay.
had them. When you were at Green Bay, there were still fans coming back then.
Yeah. It's in those areas, there's not a lot to do except football, baseball.
Right.
I just marvel at how this game has grown and matured. And I remember we just did something the other day for a local school that was sponsored by the Rams.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of times these organizations don't want to have any publicity about what they get, but the publicity gets out.
Sure.
Right.
And this is the sports capital. And I've told John this many times. This is the sports capital of the world.
Yep.
And we're very lucky to have two of everything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, we get two teams in every major sport.
You do all LA sports. I want to ask you about the Dodgers real quick.
Okay, Steve.
So as you look at the Dodgers, and they've hit the skids the last couple of weeks, do you have concern? What is your level of concern for the Dodgers?
Healthy or question marks?
Well,
there are guys coming back, but that's the big issue.
That's the issue. If you get question marks and you get hurt, what can you do about it? That's part of the game. But if you make errors mentally and physically, now you got a problem. I think it's going to be a real exciting year for both teams. I think both teams will make the playoffs. They've got great managers. They've got great scouting systems. They have always been in contention.
Yeah.
But staying healthy is the most important part.
Yeah.
And I don't know how John feels about that.
Well, and it's something we talk about every day, that, Jim, the players that Dodgers are losing with right now are not the players who we expect to see on the field in October.
That's right.
And so I think Mookie Betts will come out of his funk. Mm-hmm. I think Freddie Freeman will get healthier. The question really revolves around the pitching staff. Are they going to have Tyler Glasnow? Are they going to have Roki Sasaki? Are they going to have Clayton Kershaw might have to pitch in the postseason.
Yeah.
They weren't planning on using him in the postseason, but, Greg, you talk about this stuff every day. They might have to now.
They might have to, but he's kind of going to be the fifth guy right now. Between Glasnow, Snell's having one more rehab start. He's probably coming back after that. Then Yamamoto and Shohei Ohtani. Can't forget Ohtani is the pitcher now, too. Then Kershaw's your fifth.
Yep.
Which all those guys, if you only have 4 guys going in the playoffs anyway, I feel good about their starting rotation.
Do you? I feel good about the rotation.
Well, Jim
They're
hit the
getting healthy
nail on the
again.
head. It all matters how healthy they are.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you think it's a good thing that Mark Walter bought the Lakers? If somebody else would have bought him, I'd be worried.
Yeah,
but look what he did with the Dodgers.
Absolutely. See,
Yeah.
He knows what it takes to win. He knows you got to shove out the cash. This is not, you're going to pay, minimum salary around here. You got to show your players that you mean what you say, because a lot of times recruits and owners will say things to players in private or away from home and stuff like that, and the player thinks, I'm going to make a lot of money, and then all of a sudden the bottom falls.
Right.
From that point on, you've lost that player.
There you go. So I last thing for you. So I did not wear my suit today. A lot of times I wear a suit to work, right, John?
Once in 30 years.
As in never.
Yeah.
How many suits do you own? Do you have a gigantic walk-in closet of suits, just like 100, 200 suits? How's that work? Because you always look so sharp.
Thank you. I learned from John Ireland.
There you go.
Here's what you do. You have a coloring book and get the crayons.
Yep.
Exactly.
Get up early in the morning.
Yep.
And change the colors.
There you go. Awesome.
Stick with that.
Jim, awesome to see you,
You look
man.
great. You never age, and it's great to see you out here again.
Awesome seeing you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jim.
What a cool way of saying get off my radio. what a cool way of saying we've had enough of you. Get on out of here. You know what? I'm gone.
There you go.
Straight and young Kasim out here. He just started working for us. Have you ever met Jim Hill? There you go.
Come here.
LMU graduate, Jim. He graduated from this place.
Okay. And what profession want to go into? Journalism? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk him out of that.
Yeah.
Talk him into it.
Let me tell you, and I don't mind telling in front of these guys, these are some of my closest friends in the world, especially that one. Here's the secret. You ready for it? Get up early, go to bed late, work like hell in between.
Yep.
That's good advice, Kasim.
He's on his way. He's a hard worker, man.
You left him hanging.
Yeah. Oh, you thought it was something else?
All right,
look
Jim,
like
great
Josh
to
Hart
see
out
you.
there.
Jim, awesome to see
Thank
you,
you,
man.
buddy.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
having me
much
on.
for coming on.
Thanks a lot.
Great to
Thanks,
see you.
John.
All right, we're live
Bye,
from
buddy.
Rams training camp. Exciting day. It is always fun the first time I get to come out here. So excited for the season. All kinds of special guests coming up. And let's do a little Dodger trade speculation coming up next. There are all kinds of rumors floating around out there. What's real and what's not. We don't exactly know what's real and what's not, but we'll tell you what we think what's real and what's not.
Sounds about right.
Let me tell you about BetterHelp. This is an ad for BetterHelp. So workplace stress. Well, I don't need to tell you. Workplace stress is hard, man. You got your boss on you, coworkers, maybe you got conflict, whatever that is. It is a top cause of declining mental health. Maybe you're just overworked, too much overtime. 61% of the entire global workforce is experiencing higher than normal levels of stress right now. And the way to deal with that? Therapy. I'm telling you, for 20 years, I've been in therapy, and it has made all the difference in my life. I had some mental health stuff go on 20 years ago, and I found a great therapist and stuck with them ever since. If you are thinking, I don't have time for therapy, if you're thinking, I don't know if I've got the right person to talk to, it's too expensive, all that stuff, that's why BetterHelp is here. They've got over 30,000 therapists, and somebody is going to fit into your schedule, and they've got all kinds of specialties. And again, right now, our listeners get 10% off their first month of therapy at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout. 10% off your first month of therapy. Go to BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at georgechevy.com. That's georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman, and if you aren't joining Marcus Grant, Parker Bell, and myself every morning on the Blue Review from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page, what are you even doing with your mornings? We break down everything from Shohei hitting bombs to Tanner Scott blowing saves. We talk about the highs and don't brush off the lows. Always honest and talking how we feel. It's all thanks to LAX, where changes are arriving daily and transforming the travel experience. The Blue Review every morning from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page. The Blue Review. The Blue Review.
Have you checked out the new Park West Bicycle Casino? Only 9 miles from downtown LA, right off the 710? The bike has been reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and 200 table games. ESPN listeners get $30 in match play when they walk in and say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Real cards, real prizes, real close.
Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. GEAR-001291, 001289, 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
This is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp right now.
Yes, indeed, we return to LMU, the practice field for Rams training camp. Once again, back to Mason and Ireland.
Practice is going on right now. We expect to grab some guys after practice, and Kirk Sandoval is here from Channel 7. You know, I don't know, Kurt. Did you see Chuck E. Cheese was arrested in Tallahassee, Florida
they
for credit card
him,
fraud?
Kurt,
and they gave him a perp walk in front of little kids. Your position on this, yeah. Your position, your take.
As a parent who took his kid to more Chuck E. Cheese's than I care to admit, that's devastating.
It was an ugly scene. It was really an ugly scene.
Like in front of kids, it was not smart.
Yeah.
You know,
it was a law enforcement fail right there.
This story that you have framed
Yes.
is exactly why I know you guys have been together for 30 years.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We specialize in meaningless facts.
Yeah,
we have more useless knowledge in our
very
heads
handy
than any
info.
two people.
So, Kurt, Jim Hill was just here. He said so many nice things about John Ireland. So I am going to rely on you to say many nice things about me during this conversation.
I would like to start by saying something that, I listen to you guys, and I'm not saying – you guys know I listen to you every day. And, Steve, I am so proud to call you a friend on what you just did and have been doing. You're just completely transparent about going to therapy.
Yep.
And that is beyond sports. That's beyond what we do in life. And I think you're using your platform to a level that 9 out of 10 people wouldn't do. So,
well, thank you. That's very
man.
nice.
I think you're helping a lot of people, and that's what it's about.
It used to be that like you couldn't even, or you could talk about it, but people were afraid to.
Oh, there was such a stigma. Like my dad had issues his whole life, and he would never acknowledge him because he's a different generation, right? I mean, it was a sign of weakness, not anymore. Sign of strength is actually getting into therapy.
Honestly, that was better than Jim Hill's to John.
I actually thought it was great. I thought it was great.
But who doesn't have issues, right? You
exactly.
Look in the mirror,
Amen.
And I just applaud you for that.
Oh,
Steve.
thank you.
I've known you a long time, and since San Diego days, and applaud you for that.
Very nice of you. Very
Curtis,
nice of you.
and we're talking Kurt Sandoval from ABC 7. Were you at every Ram game last year?
Every single one, yeah.
Okay.
Road and home?
Road and home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Fly with the team.
because they're the home of the Rams.
Right.
Yeah.
They're like, we're the home of the Rams on radio. They're the home of the Rams on TV. Were you like Mason and I? Were you absolutely convinced that when Matthew Stafford was driving the Rams down the field in Philadelphia that they were going to win that game?
100%. 100%.
I was in shock when they didn't.
It was only twice in my life, in my career, have I realized maybe I'm too close to the situation.
Right.
And it was 2005 when USC lost to Texas.
We were there.
And the next day, I'm still pissed.
Right.
And the other one was in Philadelphia. I was like, the suddenness of it being over and the fact that it was like, they had this game. But having said that, and then Philly, as we all know, goes on to win the Super Bowl, I think it has laid a good foundation for what can become of this team.
So, Mace, I've told this story to you a bunch, but the seeds, and Kurt, you covered these teams too, the seeds of the Lakers' back-to-back championships in 2009 and 10 was getting their ass kicked in Boston at the end of 2008.
That's right.
They were so mad and so embarrassed, it served as a motivator. And I agree with you, Kurt. I think the fact that they were so close, really one play away from winning that game, that they've probably, McVay for sure, because he's got a photographic memory, has probably gone through that game and said,
damn, Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
Right. That if we could have made one or two more plays, we could have gotten over the hump, and I hope that's going to serve as a motivator.
And I'll tell you, I know you're a season ticket holder, but Terrence Ferguson is such a huge deal.
You seeing him? You watching him out here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why for two things.
This is, by the way, the rookie tight end out of Oregon.
Exactly. So you think about how great Oregon's offense was, and here's a kid who leaves Oregon as the all-time reception leader among tight ends. He's a physical specimen, 6'5". But the bigger thing to me is McVay has always wanted a double tight end set. He's got it now. And what he can do with that offense now is extremely exciting. And we know this young defense is phenomenal as well.
Yeah.
Now, they got to get Kyren signed, and let's see, is Matthew Stafford's back really no big deal? We'll see. Like every team in the NFL.
It's training camp.
It's training camp, and they got to stay healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
Kurt's at every game covering the Rams. Mace's at all the home games because he's a season ticket holder. The one thing that I would feel not great about is Matthew Stafford is old, and he's already had a little bit of a back issue. I don't know if he goes down if Jimmy G takes the Rams to the playoffs. What do you guys think?
I'm going to just say no.
I'm going to say I'm not even going to think about it and put that into existence. But I will say this. It's better than what they've had in years past. No disrespect to what they've had. But
to the Wolf?
To the Wolf. Exactly.
Right.
But you guys covered Tony Gwynn, remember?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, if we can stay healthy.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? And that's what this team is. Matthew has to stay healthy.
People talk about Matthew Stafford and the injury thing. You know, for the last 5 years, he's played at least 16 games. I mean, it's not as though he had a rough 2022, but for the most part, he's stayed upright. And this offensive line was very effective last year, and depending on what Alaric Jackson does this year, I think could be very good this year.
And for your listeners, if you didn't know, Alaric Jackson dealing with some blood clot issues that they hope will resolve itself. But I just want to put an exclamation point behind Matthew Stafford. A lot of people just look at stats or they play fantasy football. I'm telling you guys, and I know you know this, but the dude is Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, what he does, I think about the game against Atlanta 2 years ago here, and he audibilizes to Puka and throws a touchdown. And when McVay says after the game, yeah, I guess I don't need a job because I called another play and Matthew sees that and throws a touchdown. That's why they were so close to beating Philadelphia, because he just has something in his heart and soul that it's like, oh, push me up against the wall, bring it. And he's a savant when it comes to reading defenses.
All right, so we've been kicking this around for a while.
Okay.
Receptions, yards, touchdowns. Who has more, Puka or Devontae? I'll tell you what I think. I think Puka has more catches. Devontae has more yards and more touchdowns.
And I say Puka has more catches. Puka has more yards. Devontae has more touchdowns.
I would say touchdowns for sure, Devontae. Catches,
That's the one that's hard.
That's the one that's hard.
But Puka just doesn't drop anything. So
and honestly, the key is who are they going to double?
Right.
Who are they going to double?
Yeah, it could be a very fun year for one of those tight ends or Tutu Atwell or whoever gets
and that's
single
the key.
covered.
I mean, people go, why did they re-sign Tutu? Well, one reason, speed.
Yeah.
Because it opens up the running.
And by the way, they connected a lot last year. Matthew Stafford and Tutu Atwell, particularly second half of the season, did connect a lot. He was a really good deep threat, great vertical threat. I think he is going to make a difference this year.
And Steve, on that note, we all know how, you guys mentioned it, how smart McVay is.
Yep.
Tutu Atwell is not far behind. We mentioned Matthew Stafford. They just love the fact that they can put Tutu in the 3 or the 4 or the 2 or the 1. Smart. He's so cerebral. That fits really well in a Sean McVay offense.
Yeah. So, final, what do you think the record's going to be at the end of the year?
11-5.
Oh, I like that. I actually have him 11-5 as well.
Sweet.
Yeah,
sweet.
11-5.
We'll see you in
I'm
the
close.
playoffs.
I've got him 10-7. But
you think the Chargers make the playoffs?
I do.
By the way, you guys are a game short.
Oh, 11-5?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, 12. I'm going to go 12-5. I'll give that last one. I'll give that last one to the Rams, too. 12-5.
Hard to break, John.
Math.
Yeah.
Difficult.
I'm going to go 12-5.
Told there would be no
I'm going to
math.
go 12-5.
Okay.
Do you think the Chargers make the playoffs?
I do think the Chargers make the playoffs because Harbaugh. I just can't see. Everywhere he goes, we've already seen the trajectory, and I think the schedule is brutal for them out of the gate. I think they make the playoffs.
All right. Awesome. Hey, Kurt, it's great seeing you, man.
Likewise.
Thank you so much for coming over.
Congratulations, brothers.
Thank you.
And you guys are my brothers from a different mother, but I really mean that. L.A., we are so fortunate to have you. So
that's very nice.
That's very nice.
All right, have a great day,
nice.
man.
Thank you,
See
Kurt. That's way too nice is what that is. By the way, I'm not also. I'm like you. I actually am not comfortable accepting compliments.
Well, you're more comfortable right
at me
you're
like
more
that.
comfortable than me.
Yeah, I guess so.
And by the way, Torry Holt is supposed to stop by next.
All right, cool. All right, we'll do a little wheel of questions. We're going to do some Dodgers coming up. Torry Holt's going to come by. All that stuff live from Rams training camp. And John, you got something there.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. Pro Baller is a natural, healthier energy drink, 102 milligrams of natural caffeine, no crash, and NSF certified for sport, meaning it's trusted by the pros. And right now you can get...
I was going to say, I drank five of these
Pro Baller
Energies the day of the 710 ESPN softball game.
No wonder you came the closest to hitting a home run.
And I believe that's why I yanked that ball to left.
Right now you can rep the squad with the limited edition Lakers can. And if you want to feel sharper, stronger, and more locked in, grab the drink that fuels the Lakers. Pro Baller is available at Costco, select convenience stores, and online at Amazon. Pro Baller Energy, champions. Choose clean energy.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Wilderness CBT with power moonroof, Harman Kardon speaker system, and a 10-way power driver seat for just $319 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment, S37-35805, MSRP $37,764, $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit, 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRI-23.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Friday Night Lights at BMO. It's another crucial Western Conference clash.
LAFC, fool.
As LAFC hosts the Portland Timbers.
Did he into the area? Did he shot it in? He scored!
Denis Bouanga is on fire and ready to put on another show for the home crowd. LAFC versus Timbers tonight. Pre-match coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Listen to the crowd!
Progressive knows there are two things RV owners love: to travel and relax. And they like to take both nice and slow. Just like this commercial. And what's more relaxing than the peace of mind knowing their RV is protected by Progressive? Now here comes the fast part. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hey, Joe Fortenbaugh here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
This is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp right now.
Yes, indeed, we return to LMU, the practice field for Rams training camp. Once again, back to Mason and Ireland.
Hey, what's going on, people? We're live at Rams camp, Mason and Ireland show, and we are joined by the legendary Torry Holt. Torry, what's going on? I've been asking everybody. Yes. Chuck E. Cheese arrested in Tallahassee.
Crazy.
What is your reaction?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Can you believe they did that in front of those kids?
Look, they're going to be traumatized.
Traumatized forever.
Forever.
They may not eat pizza again.
Ever again.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Man, you look like you could still play.
Man, thank you.
Do you think about, I mean, by the way, do you probably, I would imagine, every receiver now, like these guys like Puka and Devontae and everybody are putting up monster numbers. You were the first. You and Isaac, when you were the greatest show on turf, Isaac Bruce, were putting up numbers like this 20 years before anybody else was. You ever think, man, I was born at the wrong time?
Oh, my God. And, you know, during our time, it was considered a running league.
Right. Yeah. And you had Marshall.
And we had Marshall, who was fantastic. Right. Hall of Fame, obviously. So he was awesome. But, you know, Coach Martz was just so creative and innovative with our offense. And we pushed the ball down the field. So my style of play with my speed and my ability to run routes fit perfect with his offense. And then we had guys that could get us the ball. Kurt Warner and, you know, Trent, and then Trent went down and Kurt could get us the ball. And then our offensive line did a really good job of holding up. You know, he would put our offensive line in one-on-one position. So we had 7-step drops with a hitch.
Right.
So our routes was ran 22, 25 yards, 30 yards down the field. So we were able to eat up a huge chunk of yards every single game, and teams knew they was coming, but it was still tough for them to stop us. And I look at Devontae, man. I'm so excited to watch him and Puka and Tutu Atwell. I think Tutu Atwell is going to have a fantastic year, y'all.
So compare and contrast Puka and Devontae. Like, what is Devontae great at? What is Puka great at? How would you compare those?
Puka's grit, strength, his ability to adapt. And he's a sponge. So he learned so much from Cooper last year.
Mm-hmm.
He should have an even better year this year, knowing and understanding the offense, and then having the leadership of Kupp, taking some of those things from Kupp and now adding it to his game. And then Devontae, the ultimate pro, right?
Yeah.
Excellent, high level of production year in and year out. And Devontae is still productive. In the red zone, he's fantastic. His ability to run routes, to see coverage, releases, all those things these young wide receivers as well as Puka are able to see from Devontae on a day-to-day basis. Now they'll be able to add those skill sets to their repertoire, which is going to make them even more dangerous.
We're talking to Torry Holt. You're uniquely qualified to answer this. What does it mean to Puka and Devontae that they have the other guy? In other words, you had Isaac on the other side.
Yeah.
Did you guys know, once you saw the defense, one of you guys was probably getting doubled. And was that Kurt reading the defense and saying, okay, they're going to single cover Torry Holt, and then you knew the ball was coming? Talk about the fact that when you have a guy equal in talent to yourself on the other side.
It makes a huge difference because now the defenses can't focus just on you. They can't set the defense to you. I play the X position, so a lot of times teams would set their defense to the X.
Right.
But because I could beat double coverage, two-man, single coverage.
And Kurt would throw you the ball when you were double covered, which was pretty amazing.
Because we could get open versus double coverage. So I could get open on my side versus double coverage. Isaac could get open on his side versus double coverage. So now your secondary is focused largely on us. Now it opens up the running lanes for your running backs.
Yeah.
So I see Quam and I see our running back
new guy
Kyron. I now see
right.
them having even more advantage in the run game because of the attention that the wide receivers are now going to draw. And Puka can beat you one-on-one. He can beat you in double. Devontae can beat you one-on-one. He can beat double. So this offense with the wide receivers, with the running backs, with the quarterbacks, with the tight ends. Now you got the Ferguson kid that's now coming into the fold.
He looks really
Who's
good.
familiar with this offense. I think he did some things in Oregon that this offense did here with the Rams. So he's coming into a familiar situation with a tremendous amount of talent. It's just offensive power. It's just a lot of prowess on the offensive side of the ball that this team has. I'm so excited.
Yeah, a lot of, elite quarterback, elite head coach, all that stuff. It's also, and I know Kevin Demoff. We know people in the organization. It's an elite organization, too.
It is.
Like from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Speak to that a little bit.
No, they work their butts off, man. They're very serious about their jobs. They're very serious about their craft. And that spills over to the players. You come here, it's a professional environment. You got a head coach that's phenomenal. He understands and he understands and he can relate to the players is what I love about Coach McVay. Me and Jackie was just talking. Today is Legends Day.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to see Jackie and a lot of the legends.
Jackie Slater.
Sure. So he and I were talking, and we were talking about how Coach McVay introduced Devontae Adams to the team. He showed his clips, and he just talked about what he was going to bring to the club. That's just relatability. His ability to relate to his players. Now he can go to those guys, and he can get everything out of them. If he's getting on them, if he's coming at them in a way, it's not from a place of malice. It's coming from a place of good because they know that he wants the best for him.
You played correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you played the last year of your career for Belichick in New England, right?
Yeah, I was in New England for a short stint, and then my knees and everything said, "Torry, you're done." And then I was sent home.
Did you find Belichick enjoyable to work for or a pain in the ass?
I thought he was good to work for.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because the respect that I had for him because he knows football at the highest of level. You may not like his personality, you may not like his demeanor, but behind the scenes and in talking with him and sharing intimate conversations with him, fantastic, man. Smart, funny, witty, and knows and understands all phases of football. Offense,
well, he's going to be coaching college in your home state there.
Yeah.
He might not have the talent this year, but you think he figures it out?
He will. He does.
Yeah.
He does. Because Bill and his staff, and I can say this for a couple other staffs here in Los Angeles, they are about developing their players.
Which in college is the whole ball game.
Which is the whole ball game.
Especially there, because you're not necessarily playing NIL there. You've got to develop players.
You got to develop
them,
yeah. Because, now in NIL, you mentioned NIL, you got to have a great deal of money now to get some of the best of players.
Yes.
Ohio State, look at their roster, look at the
Oregon.
They filled out.
Yeah.
So Carolina may not have the coffers that
Or
an
they
Ohio
go to
State
basketball,
have.
right?
Basketball they do. So he's going to have to get good players from high school, and then he's going to have to develop those players. But if I have any confidence in anybody in college football in terms of developing players, it's Bill Belichick and his staff.
Yeah. So I still am shocked at this, but you are not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
For now.
Yeah. I think
you're close, though, guys.
You were the finalist now twice?
So I've been a finalist for 6 straight years now.
Wow.
And
that must be frustrating.
Torry, I have a theory, and tell me if you agree with it. I think you are paying I think you're getting in, but I think you're paying a small penalty that you played with so many other talented guys.
Yeah.
Warner's in,
Yeah.
Marshall's in, Isaac's in.
Yep.
That because of that, and you were part of that collective, I think they say, oh, well, Torry will get eventually in. They're kind of making you wait.
And you know what? And I think if we, with all those guys that you just listed, all those Hall of Fame players that we had a fantastic team. I think if we would have won more championships, it wouldn't even be an issue.
Right.
So
you'd be the Niners, and then
exactly. It's like the Cowboys and the Steelers winning those championships. It wasn't even a question of those guys being Hall of Famers. But I'm getting closer. Last year, I wrote it down to the final 7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
you're getting there,
I'm
man.
right on the cusp.
You're good.
I appreciate it.
Do you still talk to Dick Vermeil?
Yes.
And
I talked to Coach yesterday prior to coming out.
Wow. Still just a ball of energy and positivity.
Sharp.
And
Oh, man, he's sharp. He's still out on the farm. He has his winery out.
Right.
Yep, I've been to his winery up in Calistoga,
Yeah, exactly. So he's still out on the farm, driving the tractors. And Coach Vermeil, just like how he was with us as players, and he related to us, and he was a guy's guy. He was a player's coach. Same way he runs his winery. He knows all of his people that works for him. He talks to him. He was relatable. Coach Vermeil is he's like a father figure to a lot of us.
It's weird, Torry, because and tell me if you agree.
Are they cheering for me, Torry?
No, they're cheering for
cheering
Puka.
for somebody. I thought it was for me.
That's Puka. Great hair too, by the way. Puka.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Rocking it.
Beautiful.
It's Torry, to me. It reminds me. McVay is kind of a combination of Mike Martz because of his offensive mind and Dick Vermeil because of his positivity.
That's fair.
Don't you think
That's
this kind of remind you of both guys a little bit?
And those are, and you know, selfishly and biasedly, those are two great guys that you want to emulate.
Right.
Because Coach Martz was innovative. We didn't even get nowhere near to play into the playbook like what he put together.
Right. And McVay is Martz on steroids.
And he's Martz on steroids. And then his in terms of his personality and his relatability with his players. Yes, they coach players, but they're also coaching men, and that was Coach Vermeil's deal.
Yeah.
He coached players, but he was also coaching men, and he wanted us to be the best version of ourselves on the football field as well as off.
Hey, don't you think we've been talking to him for 10 minutes?
He should
don't you
be
think
doing
great
us,
at
doing our job.
Yeah. If you ever wanted, I'm dead serious. We've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to do this, you're a natural.
Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you'd kill it.
Yeah, I've done radio, I've done TV, off and on, throughout my career, and
right now we have DeMarco Farr. You can bump
seriously,
him, right?
you can talk circles around DeMarco Farr, right?
I don't know about that. DeMarco, he got some chops on him.
He does.
But you know what? I'll say this real quickly. With that football team, DeMarco, Trent Green, Kurt, Marshall, myself, and others, they went on and done really well in this part of the business, the media side of the business.
Yeah.
But it speaks to how they were as players. Very smart, intellectual, articulate. So no, I'm thankful to be able to get on the mic and talk football and be able to relate to them.
Well, you're welcome here anytime.
Anytime.
Great to
Guys,
have
man.
you. Congratulations
Thank you so much
on all
for
your
coming over.
success.
Ramley family out there, I hope everybody's well and get excited for this football team. I see Super Bowl ahead of us.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so Bergman, what do you got coming up? Is Byron
Young's going to come over here after he's done right there. So
excellent.
Yes, we'll have Byron Young.
Right.
Byron looks good, by the way. Oh, my God, he's jacked.
He is coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Wanted to talk to you about my friends at Tax Relief Advocates. So owing money to the IRS can weigh you down. There's all kinds of pressure. I've got two friends who were in this position where they had a lot of pressure because of IRS debt. Having IRS debt does not make you a bad person. Tax Relief Advocates knows that, and they want you to relax and breathe and take the first step and get out from under that additional pressure that you don't need. Whether you got, doesn't matter how much, $5,000, $50,000, however much IRS debt you have. You do not have to fear the IRS one more day. The experts at TRA have got a proven 3-step tax resolution process and knowledge of special programs available that can significantly reduce or, get this, even eliminate your IRS debt. Easy to see why they've got 1,000 5-star ratings on Google and an A+ rating on the Better Business Bureau. And your tax nightmare. Get your life back on track. Do this. If you owe money to the IRS, you feel you got nowhere to turn to Tax Relief Advocates today. Simply visit TRA.com. That's TRA.com. Or call 800-575-1482. 800-575-1482. One more time. 800-575-1482. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA.
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Wednesday, July 30th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the incredible world of orcas, sea otters, jellyfish, shark pups, and ocean rescue, including the thrills of Summer Spectacular, packed with epic hydro shows, concerts, fireworks, maybe even a few surprises. Wednesday, July 30th, live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
This is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp right now.
Yes, indeed, we return to LMU, the practice field for Rams training camp. Once again, back to Mason and Ireland.
And we are joined by Byron Young of the Los Angeles Rams here at Rams training camp. I've been asking everybody, I'm going to ask you too. Tallahassee, Florida, yesterday, Chuck E. Cheese arrested for credit card fraud in front of little kids. Your take. Oh, hang on a second.
That ain't right.
Hang on a second. Press this. Oh, hang on. Wait, hang on. We're getting you. There you are. Sorry about that. Chuck E. Cheese, your take.
Oh yeah, that's crazy in front of the kids. You know
yeah, in front of the kids, it's just awful, right?
At Chuck E. Cheese, like that's insane.
Those kids may never eat pizza again.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just rubbed me the wrong way. I love
just
Chuck
wrong.
E. Cheese, you know.
Yeah, that ain't right.
Yeah, exactly.
Byron, I've always wanted to ask somebody, and I've never been. I've been all over the country to watch football games, but I've never been to a game in Tennessee in that big house. What's that like to play a home game there with, what is it, 110,000 people fit in that thing?
Man, you missing out. You missing out. Like when we played Alabama, it was literally an earthquake. Like it was so loud. I was on the field, and the ground was shaking. Like when you watch film, you could barely see it, but it was amazing. It's amazing. Like
Knoxville's a fun place. It's fun college town
too,
right?
Oh yeah, it's fun. So I mean, imagine on college game day, you got orange overalls, checker.
Yeah.
Balls, and you got the whole block with people. You can't even drive nowhere. You know, and after the game, you can't even go nowhere for about 2-3 hours because it'd be that packed. So it's like it's amazing.
Well, you put 100,000 people in one place.
Yeah,
they ain't going anywhere
for sure.
So you've talked about this. You were not a heavily recruited guy.
No.
And in part, that's why you chose the number 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Describe that. Tell me about that.
My thing was I always looked at it as a testimony to like my journey, everything I've been through, just coming into the league before even getting to that point. Like in my eyes, like a 0% chance that I get here. You know, had no offers. You know, nobody looking at me, and I had nothing to lose. So the 0, I always look at it like, you know, just remember where you came from, everything you've been through.
Do you play with a chip on your shoulder because of that?
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I love it though. You know, it keeps me grounded, keeps me humble. And I just remember the hard days I've been through. You know, so I don't take it for granted.
Byron, I know you didn't play, for very long, but I know you know him. What'd you take from Aaron Donald more than anything else when you met him?
Absolute stud, a pro. You know, just everything he did, how he went about his business. Just watching him go to work every day. You know, it's amazing. You know, I was just thankful to be in his presence, to even, you know, ask him questions and just to, you know, feed off him, like everything he got going on.
Did you know when Jared Verse called him out that he was going to regret it?
Oh, I knew it. Yeah, we all knew. We was telling him that. Like we was telling him that
yesterday.
Did
you hear what he said?
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah.
He said, "Let me tell y'all what the F we did." Nah, Jared, man, I love it though. You know, him competing though, like I love it though. But we told him, like, all right, you're gonna regret this. Like we saw him work out before. So.
Yeah, you know, you guys have. I mean, I think the best young defense in the league. I mean, you and Kobe Turner, and we mentioned Jared Verse and Braden Fisk and all these guys. You guys bring it, and I thought got better during the course of last year. Tell me about how all the pieces work together.
I just think, you know, us as the year went on, we kind of just grew together and we kind of got more familiar with each other. Communicating is one, but I feel like one of the biggest thing I mentioned over there is our background, similar backgrounds, like where we came from, everything. I feel like we know each other's story and we know everything we've been through. Like all us been through, like like some type of struggle, some type of adversity, and I feel like we feed off that. So I think when a year went on, we understand that like the stuff we've been through, like it went hard for us. So there's something right here that we just want to be good at. So we communicate as one and knowing each other like tendencies and stuff like that, knowing stuff Verse good at, knowing stuff Fitz good at, knowing stuff Kobe good at, I'm good at. We just attacked it. So like when it was somebody out, or we seen like it was a advantage for Verse, we like, okay, go eat. We got your back. We're going to cover you. So I think when the year went on, like the first few games, we didn't really know that. Then we kind of learned. And we kept on learning and kept on getting better. I just think, that's just like everything we've been through, like just knowing it.
We're talking to Byron Young from the Rams. Is it true that coming out of high school, you didn't get a lot of scholarship offers, so you were working at Dollar General and you walked on at Virginia Military?
Partially true. It wasn't Virginia military, it was Georgia military.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Georgia military. But yeah,
screw that up.
That's definitely true. I moved to Columbus, Georgia, and work at Burger King, then Dollar General, and then I ended up walking on to Georgia Military College. Went there for 2 years.
Is that where you developed the belief that you could play at a high level? Did you always know?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't always know. I developed that belief when I got to Tennessee. I developed
Tennessee had to see something when you were at Georgia Military that make you want to.
I developed that when it was COVID,
right?
And then I had to get another job while I was in college and I was practicing. So I developed that mindset. I was like, Byron, if you could do this, like you could do anything.
Good for you.
Like it's the way I was working. And I talked to my mom. I was doing third shifts. Like after practice, I go and work. And I was.
Is your mom still in South Carolina?
She's in South Carolina.
Okay.
Doing good. I appreciate that. And and just working and going to class and realize like if you could do this, Byron, you could do anything. Like, and that was my mindset. And then that's what happened. The offers started rolling in, and I just kept being consistent and just believing.
Why'd you pick Tennessee?
Honestly, they saw something in me. Our first conversation, they offered me, and it was just like after that, every other school offered me. So that told me that like, well,
they believed in you more than anybody else.
Then the other schools just tagging along. They saying, "Oh, there's something on this guy." So I seen that, and I just seen an opportunity.
Yeah.
I just seen an opportunity that I could have attacked and could have come in right away and earned a starting position. And they was like the only school to tell me that you're gonna have to earn this. Like they didn't BS me. I said, what about a starting role? And they said, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. We want you to come here, but I'm not gonna promise you a starting role. And I seen that. I said, that's a real team.
That guy's gonna shoot
that's a real team right there. Other teams promising me starting roles, and that's not what I want. I don't want to be handed anything. I want to be, have to work for it. So when they told me that, I said, yeah, this is no brainer. So
I got a request. I'm a huge Rams fan, Rams season ticket holder. The last 2 years, I think 2 years ago, started out 3-6. Last year started out 1-4. Can you guys get off to a faster start this year so I'm not like sweating it out?
He's worried about having heart
palpitations. Hey, me and you both hope that. Like that's the goal. That's the goal. But I understand what you said.
But I mean, you guys have dug out of this now 2 years in a row, which is amazing.
Honestly, I think like I was saying, I think our team is good with adversity too, though. Like just like coming from the bye week, we were 3-6 the first year, and then 1-4.
1-4 last year.
And, honestly, we needed that bye week that early, though. With the
bye week came at exactly the right time.
When we needed it. And then after that, we was on the road. Like, if you notice the last 2 years, after the bye, we just started going. Like, we just started on the road. I think we lost, like, one game every time.
Yep.
I think, was it like one game maybe? And, and made the playoffs. So,
yeah.
I don't know. That sound like a terrible start, but like a great finish. And
a great finish, yeah. The finish is more important than the start.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, though. It's just holding your breath like,
because I'm the only guy around here saying it's 3-6, but it's not over. We're still going to, I'm
and
like that guy.
You the reason we keep going. Like, we be hearing you, man. You the reason, like, it don't matter if it's one fan versus 100 fans. Like, the fact that you stood, like, cheering us on, man, I promise you, we hear you.
All right, awesome. Yes, I will take that. Dude, it is awesome to meet you. Thank you so much for coming by. Byron Young, looking forward to a great season, man, and appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Appreciate you.
Byron Young, Agent Zero, joining us here at Rams training camp.
Has started all but 2 games in his career. Started 16 to 17 games as a rookie. Started 16 to 17 games last year.
There you go.
That's pretty rare.
All right, coming up next, you mentioned the Jared Verse thing. Let's do the Jared Verse thing next.
Great.
Jared Verse tried working out with Aaron Donald and got a little bit of a surprise. We'll do that coming up next. Mesa in Ireland, 7:10. Oh, Kevin Demoff is going to join us too. Excellent. Hey, if you haven't been to Cosm yet, what are you waiting for? This is the ultimate immersive fan fan experience. The Dome at Cosm is this massive wraparound display with reserve booth-style seating and great signature menu, terrific food, craft cocktails, beer, all as you watch the action. And get this, you can experience professional bull riding like you've never seen before, only at Cosm. The intensity of professional bull riding meets cutting-edge immersion, all in shared reality. Join the ride, hold on tight. I can't even imagine what it's like. I've watched basketball, I've watched baseball there. Bull riding has got to be unbelievable. The world's top riders going head-to-head in the ultimate team bull riding showdown inside the Dome. You're not just watching, you're in the chute, surrounded by heart-pounding, adrenaline-fueled action from every angle. Be part of the ride. To secure your tickets and check all the events that are coming up, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Cosm.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA. Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium beverage drink like our creamy and delicious Thai tea. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. And if you aren't joining Marcus Grant, Parker Bell, and myself every morning on the Blue Review from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page, what are you even doing with your mornings? We break down everything from Shohei hitting bombs to Tanner Scott blowing saves. We talk about the highs and don't brush off the lows. Always honest and talking how we feel. It's all thanks to LAX, where changes are arriving daily and transforming the travel experience. The Blue Review every morning from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page. The Blue Review. The Blue Review.
USC football is more than a game. It's tradition, pride, and unforgettable Saturdays in the Coliseum. Be there for every kickoff, every touchdown, and every unforgettable moment this season. Secure your football season tickets today and lock in the best seats, exclusive fan benefits, and memories that last a lifetime. Don't miss out. We need you in the stands. Visit USCTrojans.com or call 213-740-GO-SC.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
This is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp right now.
Yes, indeed, we return to LMU, the practice field for Rams training camp. Once again, back to Mason and Ireland.
At LMU. LMU, Mason and Ireland show, and joining us right now, his title keeps getting larger and larger. You're now are you the president and COO of the LA Rams, or now you're overseeing even more, Kevin Demoff?
Your title is tied to Kroenke Sports now.
If we're wasting time on my title for the fans, you've missed the boat.
All right, got it. So I want to get your reaction to. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to. Oh, okay. I've been doing this all day long. Chuck E. Cheese got arrested in Tallahassee, Florida yesterday. Did you see it? There's an image of it. There's little kids watching and looking on. Your reaction?
So, one of the things people don't. I love being the mascot. I've been Rampage.
Really?
In Denver, I've been Rocky. I was Gunnersaurus when Arsenal was here. So
Rocky, those are big shoes. That's
I love being in the costume.
Yeah.
So, I have empathy for Chuck E. Cheese getting arrested in the costume.
Yeah, the perp walk is just embarrassing when you're in a.
But
if
you're going to do a perp walk, it's better to be in costume than actually.
I guess it is. We don't see his face. His identity
those
is
kids
protected.
be scarred for life. But other than
I would love to see the jail when they walked in.
When he walks in.
When he walks in, and you got 4 guys in the holding cell, and Chuck E. Cheese.
And he's sharing a cell with Mayor McCheese. It's just terrible.
Yeah,
with their mascot.
So we just talked to Byron. I think the last 2 years, I have been the one guy who said, even when it looked bad 2 years ago, I think it was 3-6 last year. I think it was 1-4. I was like, I'm hanging on. I'm hanging on. I'm not throwing in the towel. Is there a chance we get off to a better start this year?
Well, we can't get off really to a worse
No,
start.
it's true.
1-4 was, tough, and especially some of the games. I think Arizona last year was probably one of the worst games we've played in a decade. But it all starts with health, right? I mean, if you look last year, we lose basically most of the receiving core. We lose a ton of the offensive line. I think one of the exciting things for us as an organization this year, you're not changing coordinators. Most of your starters are coming back in the same roles they had. Your younger guys or your older. It should give you the ability to start fast. In the chance you're not breaking in a new scheme, you're not breaking in new players. There's a lot of familiarity. And we need to start fast because I think if you look at our teams, I can sit here and say, hey, do I think playing a snow game is great in the divisional round? No, but we didn't earn the right to be at home. We didn't earn the right to play somewhere else. And so I think if you look at our last years, I think 2023 we won 9 of 10, maybe to finish,
Down the stretch,
7 of 8. Last year we won 9 of 10. We sat the guys last week. We need to figure out a way to start that at the beginning of the year, and then that way you're not having to win those games to get in that position and give yourself a chance to legitimately be a 1 or a 2 seed if you're fortunate to get in. Look, whether you're a 1 seed, a 2 seed, the 7 seed, the most important thing is to get in.
Yep.
But, the stat is we're the first team in NFL history to be 3 games below 500 2 straight years to make the playoffs. Right? Don't tempt fate with a third.
Yeah. So one of the things we just said, Byron Young here, we were talking about how the defense got better every single week last year. Young group got much better. Does that factor into the start this year? In other words, they seem to come together at the end of this year. Do we get off to a faster start because of that?
Well, look, I think the great news is 17 sacks in 2 playoff games, which tied an NFL record. I think had we been fortunate enough to advance, we would have broken it. That is great, except that doesn't pick up automatically for the first game of this year. It's still a new season. You're going to see new schemes. People are going to be double teaming Jared Verse, right? You're going to see, some very different looks. And I think it's up to us to, hey, do we get better? What does Poona Ford bring? What does Braden Fisk bring? What do you see from the linebackers? Can we get better play out of the secondary to start the year? Some of those things. Defense is a collective unit. And, Chris Shule is not in his first season calling it. I think he got more comfortable. What's my personnel? What's the role? And also, and Sean will talk about this all the time, it's complementary football. If we can get ahead, one of the reasons the defense got better in the second part of the year, we were ahead. We were playing with the lead. You
can pin your ears back.
You can pin your ears back and go. When you're 1-4 and you're falling behind, you're not pinning your ears back. You're being much more reactive, and I think that's the key. Can we start fast? Can we be aggressive on offense? Can we be aggressive on defense? And I think that's what you saw at the end of the year. And I look back to, if you think about our playoff game against Minnesota, we drive down 7 plays, score a touchdown, come back down, kick a field goal. That put Minnesota on their heels. We could then just go. We were up double digits the whole game, and you could just go. And I think that's where this team is built to rush the passer. But I think we have done moves this year to stop the run, and hopefully that balance will be better.
We're talking to Kevin Demoff. I'm curious about something. Sean McVay has, for obvious reasons, a really successful coaching tree. The head coach in Minnesota, Cincinnati, Green Bay, all these guys worked for Sean at one point. How do you decide, and I know Les and Sean and you all talk about this stuff, whether or not to let an assistant pursue another opportunity or to keep them? What goes? Is it as simple as if he's getting a promotion, you let him go, or is it if he doesn't want to be here, you let him go? Or how do you decide?
Well, look, the rules are simple in the NFL right now. You can't deny someone a chance to interview for a coordinator job or head coach. Head coaching's easy.
Yeah.
Coordinator job, you can't stop someone from interviewing. We had a couple of guys last year. Nick Haley got, his first year as a tight ends coach, he had a chance to go to Seattle and New England as the coordinator. He turned it down. This year he took Houston because of Nick Caserio, the relationship. C.J. Stroud. We had Nate Shieldhouse, young guy who came in last year, who had been a coordinator at Iowa State, came to us as a younger assistant. He had a chance to go to Tampa Bay, Jacksonville. He turned it down to stay, to grow. So I think you're always trying to recruit them to stay, but you have to find a role for them. They have to feel like they're still growing here. You can't just block it. And I think Sean's thing, he still has empathy and perspective as a young coach of, hey, I got my opportunity.
Yeah, he was one of those guys.
He was one of those guys that they kept letting me grow and do it. And I think he views that twofold, right? If guys have a great opportunity, he's never going to stand in their way. We might try to sell them why they should stay. And the second thing is there's nothing better in any industry than when you can develop people and they move on to better places. The people who come behind them, everybody wants to come here, right?
Right.
It is not hard to recruit for Sean McVay's staff. And so while you hate losing someone, the opportunity to go backfill it always gives you a chance to go bring someone else. And it's like, it would be like if, Mace left.
Oh, God.
You'd be able to recruit well.
Yes.
Turn the lights off.
But, one of my favorite interviews we've ever done was with Les Snead, and he was effusive about Raheem Morris getting a head coaching job. And it's when Raheem was working for you. Yeah. And I thought, that's why people want to work for the Rams, because they care more about people than they do about appearances.
Well, look, if you invest in your people across the board, right? Like they grow and they're going to go other places. There's only going to be one head coach of the Los Angeles Rams.
Right.
And you hope it's Sean McVay for a long time.
For as long as he wants.
Right? So, to me, that means how do you help them grow? And if that opportunity is closed, how do you audition them for 31 other teams? And look, do you want them to wind up in Seattle, San Francisco, Arizona? No, but what's good for the LA Rams is for our guys to come and develop and get a chance to be around Sean and then use that platform for someone else. And when you look at his tree, talk about the NFL, you talk about Jed Fish, in college. I mean, I think he has 7 or 8 guys who have worked here who have been head coaches.
That's amazing. Back end of the defense, Cam Kitchens, Cam Curl, Akila Witherspoon. Do you anticipate an addition to the secondary?
Well, look, I think, even I saw Devontae Adams say it yesterday. Quinton Lakes had a great camp. I think, we did add last year. We brought in Emmanuel Forbes.
Right.
He's been a first-round pick. We put him in the lab. He's gained a bunch of weight this offseason. He's had a nice start. I think you want to give these guys who are here a shot, right? And that's where, Sean, Chris Shula, Les, the personnel staff, they'll evaluate what else is out there, and they'll evaluate the way the guys we have play. And, but we have young guys, too, that are growing, whether – I think about Charles Woods, who was with us last year, Josh Wallace, some of these back-end corners. They've been with us a year. They know the system. Let them come out here and make plays. And if you need to go make a move, sure. If you need to go do something to the deadline, but let those guys who have been here have a chance. And I think Emmanuel Forbes has been it. You get Darius Williams back healthy. You get Akello. You've got Kobe Durant, who's had a great start to the camp. Like, I know names are great, but in the end, it's a unit.
Right.
Last thing for me, Kevin, as you know, the Mark Walter and the Dodgers just bought the Lakers. And you're uniquely qualified to talk about this because you're overseeing both the Rams and the Nuggets. What's the trick to changing sports? In other words, some of these Dodger guys are going to be asked now to apply their knowledge of sports and the things they've been successful in to the Lakers. You've done it. What's the key to that?
Don't do it. I'm just jealous they get to do it in one city, right?
Right.
Look,
you're piling up a lot of freaking flyer miles. Yeah.
I think the thing that you learn and you try to cross over sports is don't pretend you know the personnel or the coach, right? You know the systems. So I think if you look at what the Dodgers have done well, and it's a great credit to Andrew Friedman in the front office, right? They built up the nutrition, the pipeline, all of these things that go to supplement the team. How do you go bring that, their experience in the minor leagues to the G League and that kind of development so they can help the big club at some point? Like, how do you take the things that are systemic? How do you take nutrition, training, sports science that go across and improve those, whether they need to be improved or not, or share resources? We have next week, we're doing a summit here with the Nuggets and the Avalanche and the Rams and even the Rapids about trainers, scouts. How do you take database and can you go build one master scouting database that uses the best of each team and spread it across? It's trying to find those things that each organization does well and share them. It's not like, oh, we're going to have LeBron play second base.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's
I would
hard.
love to see Ohtani as a shooting guard.
Sure.
I think that'd be great for the NBA.
He'd probably be good at it.
But I think it's trying to figure out some of those things that inherently and infuse throughout your system that you can share and make your group smarter. And it's also, it's great, right? Like, I look at this, Sean McVay, this is a great story from last year. One of his closest relationships in our system is Mikel Arteta, who's the head coach of Arsenal. And, we had crawled our way back last year out of being 1-4 to 4-4, and we had a terrible loss on Monday night to the Dolphins. And Sean was at about as low a point I saw him all year. But it happened, Mikel Arteta was in town for that game. And so he sat down with Sean the next day. They have a great relationship. They spent 2 hours talking about player relationships and things. We didn't lose a game again for basically 2 months. That speech, that conversation between Mikel Arteta and Sean McVay turned around our season.
Great
and
example.
I think, and I think that's where, hey, what can Dave Roberts tell to J.J. Redick? It's not just top down.
Yeah.
But it's hard for people to really confide in peers.
Yeah.
Right? Like, peers, everybody in these leagues are frenemies.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, we love you. We love, we spend the offseason together. We're going to go compete. When you can go find people within your system who have shared experience, you can really open up and be vulnerable to, and they can do the same. I think that's when you're at your best as a multi-club organization.
So 6 words, I want to get your honest reaction. Steve Mason, National Anthem, SoFi Stadium.
Done.
Now you got to
Really?
prepare.
Yeah, fan fest. Are we talking?
Wherever you need me. I got the anthem teed up anytime.
He's not terrible.
No, I'm totally respectful.
He'll send you the one he did at Dodger
Yeah,
Stadium,
I'll send you the one I did at the Dodgers.
He's not. You won't.
You know my follow-up to this question.
Which is?
Did they win?
Oh, that's a good
The night
question.
you did the Dodgers, they did.
The night I did the Dodgers, they won.
Now, don't let him do that Whose House again.
No,
Because
the Whose House thing
loser.
is a professional. I'm a
Steve
professional
Mason,
Whose
National Anthem, preseason.
Yeah.
There's something here.
How about
Beats
them
what I'm
apples?
talking about.
We're also been looking. I'm not going to. Our group will get mad at me. We were talking about Kobe Turner potentially doing a national anthem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Could you guys be like an a cappella group?
Totally do it. Totally do it.
Didn't Kobe Turner sing the anthem in a Laker game?
Yeah.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. He's
remember
better than
everybody
Nick.
looked around and went, "Wow, he's really good."
So it's for the Cowboys game,
Or
for the
maybe it
Chargers
could be like
game, who's
Kobe
it for?
Turner and Friends.
There
it is.
I'll just stand behind. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, it is awesome to see you. It's great to be back.
Thank
at
you guys
training
coming to camp. Always one of my favorite highlights of training camp. Having you guys come out here.
So excited for the season, man. Really, really pumped. Thank you very much for coming on, and it's great seeing you.
It's always good. A 60th birthday present would be a Lombardi Trophy.
Oh, can you imagine?
Let's go.
It will be Super Bowl 60, right?
Super Bowl 60. During
60
your
years
60th.
old.
Let's
That's
go.
what I'm talking about.
It is all in the cards until we screwed it up.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Awesome, Kevin.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
so
Great
much,
to see you,
man.
Kevin. Have a great day.
Kevin Demoff joining us from the Los Angeles Rams. Again, we're live at training camp, and the Rams have wrapped up for the day. Thank you to Torry Holt and Byron Young and Kevin Demoff and everybody who's been hanging out around here. Coming up next for you, what Jared Verse said after he worked out with Aaron Donald. That's coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to tell you about ZipRecruiter. If you are hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. And right now you can use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's the website, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance, nothing. They have an algorithm that helps you identify the top candidates for your job quickly. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Go to that website, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. It's free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA.
Friday Night Lights at BMO. It's another crucial Western Conference clash.
LAFC, fool.
As LAFC hosts the Portland Timbers.
Did he into the area? Did he shot it in? He scores!
Destiny Bawanga is on fire and ready to put on another show for the home crowd. LAFC versus Timbers tonight. Pre-match coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Listen to the crowd.
All right, we got a caller who says, I need to buy a car and I need to save money. Well, my friend, I've got one answer for you. The Cerritos Auto Square. It's America's largest auto mall. 24 dealerships, all the top brands, all in one easy location right here in SoCal. And here's the secret. These dealers sell more cars than anyone because they have low prices. And they can actually afford low prices because they sell so many cars. Check it out at CerritosAutosquare.com.
Cerritos Auto Square.
Making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Every day this week, you've got a shot to take the whole crew to SeaWorld and experience the all-new Jewels of the Sea jellyfish exhibit. The reimagined Journey to Atlantis coming soon. And the non-stop excitement of the Summer Spectacular. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway. All week long, only on Sedano and Cap, right here on ESPN LA.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
This is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp right now.
Yes, indeed, we return to LMU, the practice field for Rams training camp. Once again, back to Mason and Ireland.
No bets. I heard Betts wasn't going to play, right?
I ain't politicking, I ain't kissing no baby. She devil on my doorstep being so shady. Don't trip. We don't gotta let him in. Don't trip. Hey, yeah. I let it go, but I never go with it. Yeah, okay, cool as fall weather.
Owen, what's going on, man?
We went to Felix, Brian.
Felix.
What is your review of Felix?
Oh, it was delicious.
Yeah.
All the appetizers might have been my favorite part, and that's a tough start.
I don't even think I've eaten since then.
You know, I haven't either.
I didn't either, honestly.
Your mic's not on.
You know what's delicious though, Brian? And see if you go along with
man.
They have those squash blossoms where they take the blossom and then they stick the ricotta in it and then they deep fry it. It's like, oh my God.
I kind of shotgun that to Brian because I said I think I asked you if you've ever had one. You go, no, but I'll try it. And you were in on the first bite, right?
Oh, first bite was like instant euphoria. It was delicious.
How many drinks did you have, Brian?
Just two.
Yeah. Just two.
I think everybody had two.
Yeah, everybody got two. I had one.
You might have one.
I'm done with alcohol. I just decided I'm totally done with alcohol.
Except for tomorrow night at the PPP.
Well, that's not really my vice of choice.
I mean, if you want to get stoned, you're welcome.
You want everybody to get loaded
yes.
at the PPP.
I want you to be loose. Whether it's through marijuana or through drinking, I don't care. Just be loose.
But I
don't think you'll be disappointed.
I'm so stupid on gummies. So
That's
stupid.
better.
Yeah.
So, by the way, what did you guys have? Like, what was the food that you guys had?
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Felix is you share everything.
It's all sharing.
it's family style.
Yeah.
So we started. They have those squash blossoms that Brian was talking about.
The bread was unbelievable.
They have this insane focaccia bread.
Oh, I love.
So we had that. Then they brought the first pasta. the
Kind of a
tagliatelle.
bolognese.
Then they had the second pasta, the cacio
de
pepe.
Oh, I love cacio de pepe. Oh.
And then Brian got a pizza.
Yeah,
that
pizza
was
was
really
delicious.
good.
Oh,
and
so
then
good.
Mace got
the branzino.
The branzino.
Of course,
but
you would get the branzino.
But
Did it have the
but
eyes?
you know what, Greg? What was fun about it was everybody ate everything. Like, we all just
That's
put it in the
awesome.
middle of the table, and we all had 4 small plates.
All
They kept
just dug
changing.
in.
They just given us clean plates, and so we just had a feast.
That's awesome. So one time I went on a date, and I didn't know what branzino was. I thought it was steak.
Oh, yeah.
So
you ordered it.
So I ordered the branzino, and this big fish comes out with the head. I was like, oh, my God.
What have I done?
What
Now,
have I done?
They did.
I ate it.
They did the deboning and all that stuff. So
Okay.
you didn't have to worry about
And
that.
they put vegetables inside the fish.
Inside
It
the
was-
fish. It was
They
like
were
stuffed
great.
with
Delicious.
vegetables. It's fantastic.
Very nice.
The meal was like $1,800. We paid $2,000.
I don't know.
something like that.
Mace was nice, and he split it with me.
How much did you tip?
We both tipped 20%.
I tipped $1 more. This is literally what happened.
Did you really
he
do it?
said, I'm gonna put
This much.
I'm gonna put 40.
Okay.
Did you
And
really
so
do 41?
I put 41.
So he would look at the
It's
name
a
of the.
princ-
Oh,
it's the
Steve
matter-
Mason.
it's a
that
matter
was way
of
better.
principle.
What, that John Ireland's an a-hole? How did
Yeah.
he stiff
Gives me
this?
$1 more.
So, Brian, you'll go to dinner with us again?
Oh, 100%.
And are you working on your speech for tomorrow night at the PPP? You're doing an address, the Brian Cohen State of the Show address.
I think I'll just wing it on the fly.
Okay, good.
Probably.
All right, see, now I got to put it into the rundown because he's doing it.
Brian is doing
Like, be,
it.
be ready, Brian.
Brian's
I
doing it.
am going to
Yeah.
call you up. You are going to do this. This is now that it's a thing on the radio. It has to be a thing. Then.
I've got a very special surprise because the very first person I want to talk on the PPP is my mom.
Oh, well,
You think
can't
she'll
just
do it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
All right. I mean, it's
All right.
not in the rundown.
No, it's
you didn't
not.
tell me ahead of time.
But I am insistent that my mom dropped the first F-bomb of the night.
Oh, I thought we were going to come out there and just be like, hey, good afternoon.
We'll do that.
F
but then
you.
go to exactly.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm talking about. It's going to be fun tomorrow night. If you're coming, be there like 5 o'clock. The show starts at 6:30. It's going to be a little bit like Titanic. So about 1:30 in the morning, we'll wrap up the podcast.
Yeah,
right? Is that
sounds
like
about
a
right.
5-hour marathon kind of thing?
Right? Can you last that long, John?
Of course.
1:30?
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep.
No, that's right. You're right.
I'll nod off, but he doesn't sleep. All right, so we're at Rams camp. Jared Verse, who is just a stud.
Well, we
for the
need to
Rams.
explain the backstory here a little bit. So Aaron Donald is legendary for being a workout freak.
By the way, I stood next to Aaron Donald at a USC game last year, like he's chiseled from
Gigantic.
marble. It's just
well, while you were
amazing.
gone, we had a story that he has actually been taking acting classes and wants to be an action
I've
hero.
always thought he could do it.
And he's gone on a couple auditions and he's encouraged about it. But so he has this reputation of being like an absolute workout freak. And Jared Verse is like a young Aaron Donald. And,
Right.
and in the weight room, he just takes it on with a vengeance. So they were all his teammates were saying, well, you're good, but it's not like you're Aaron Donald. He goes, I could work out circles around Aaron Donald. I know what you guys, and they said, really? Do it. Prove it. So Jared Verse calls him out and says, hey, these guys don't think I can work out with you. I don't think you can keep up with me.
Oh, that's a bad call.
And so not only did Aaron Donald accept the challenge, he ran circles around Jared Verse, and Verse is the one who's now telling that story. Here's part of what he told the media here at Rams camp yesterday about the time he worked out. It was a couple weeks ago with Aaron Donald.
We go to the weight room. It's like 8 different circuits, all arms, 4 sets each. I'm there for an hour and a half. His wife came in laughing at me. I told her to call the police. I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. I told her to call the police. She wouldn't do it. I tried to lie and say my mom was at my house and I had to go let her in. He told me to give my keys to his, like his management or assistant or something. They would go let my mom in. So I wasn't leaving. Finished the workout. I'm like dead tired. I'm exhausted. I had a plan to go jump in the sauna afterwards. Didn't happen. Had plans to watch film. Didn't happen. Went home and I didn't work out for like another day and a half because I couldn't move my body.
How great
that
is
is so funny.
And by the way, I still think I might be the only one. I still would not be floored if Aaron Donald just announced one day he was coming back.
No, it's been 2 years.
But, I mean,
he could still do it.
He could absolutely physically do it.
Yeah. And he's only 33, I think. 33, 34, something like that.
Look, if he came back, the Rams aren't going to be like, no, you're too old.
Oh,
we don't need you. We got
there's a
First
spot
and Fisk, and we got Byron Young. We got all that. No, don't worry. Yeah, they would take him back in a heartbeat.
Absolutely. All right, we got a bunch of stuff left over from the week. Let's do some of that. Good news for the Ramily. You're going to love what a great analyst says about this season. And thank you. And we found somebody who may hate Rudy Gobert more
Absolutely
than
not.
Greg Bergman.
I didn't think it was possible, but after hearing this, it might be.
Look, it just seems more likely that I'm right.
We will do that coming up next. In the meantime, I want to tell you about Jacob Imrani. So I was just doing a thing with Jacob the other day, and the thing about him is, and this is honest, we've been doing this for 32 years. I feel like at least a quarter of a century I've been working with Jacob. And he is the best of the best. If you are involved in any kind of accident, trust me, Jacob is your guy. I got into an accident, went to Jacob. My dad got into an accident, went to Jacob. If I can trust my case and my dad's case to Jacob Imrani, believe me, you can too. He's everywhere. You see the billboards. He's at the Rams games. He's at the Lakers games. He's at the LAFC games. Totally accessible. And no matter when the accident happens, he is available 24/7. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob Imrani. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Jacob, proud legal partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And you can follow him on Instagram and Facebook at call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA.
Real men don't bite their nails. They get them buffed and admired. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Save $30 on an indulgent 2-hour mani-pedi combo at Sage Spa.
Number 2.
Pointer Sisters, live August 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Jeep Gladiator and $5,000 in promo chips at 10 p.m. the 31st. Earn entries now. Be here at 10 p.m. on the 31st to win.
Morongo, good times.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
You've seen the headlines, heard the debates.
The three-point ball has created a monotonous rhythm to the game, and others...
Has the three-pointer ruined basketball? And how did we get here?
The rise of the three-point shot can be partially traced to an eccentric Kansas genius named Martin Manley,
whose story didn't turn out quite the way he imagined.
I decided I wanted to have one of the most organized goodbyes in history.
30 for 30 podcast presents
Chasing Basketball Heaven.
Available now, wherever you get your podcasts.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
This is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp right now.
Yes, indeed, we return to LMU, the practice field for Rams training camp. Once again, back to Mason and Ireland.
It's Happy Gilmore 2 release date.
Yeah, I might watch it tonight. I got a pack for Idaho tonight. I might just turn on Happy Gilmore 2 and let it rip.
I read a headline that said, "So awful, fans will love."
That's all he does now.
I am all in on Happy Gilmore. Really
I like
excited
all those
about that.
dumb Sandler movies.
Me
so
too.
I'll
All of
probably
them.
like it.
Yeah.
All of them. Love them.
The other movie, and you sent a note about this too. I've been saying this is the summer of Lindsay Lohan. It finally caught up to you. Lindsay Lohan's got the big movie coming out.
They say the reviews for Freaky Friday, or it's called Freakier Friday, it's the new one, are off the chart. They say it's better than the first one and very good.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Her
By the way,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, the Dodgers have their starting lineup out. No Mookie Betts.
No
tonight.
Mookie Betts tonight, and we don't know when we're going to get Mookie Betts.
Apparently, it's listed as personal.
Yeah, personal
Listed as
issue.
personal.
Everybody's okay. Nobody's hurt. Nobody's in the hospital.
Nope.
He just needs personal time or something.
So Rudy Gobert is kind of a lightning rod for criticism. A lot of it coming from Greg Bergman.
But I'll tell you what.
Deserve it.
It is not impossible that Rudy Gobert gets into the Hall of Fame because they let foreign players in easier than domestic.
Because all the playing overseas and
right,
stuff,
they
right?
went, yeah.
It's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Pro Basketball
Correct.
Hall of Fame. Yeah.
So if he's part of a French Revolution, so to speak,
yes,
he could get in. And if he gets in, our friend Shaquille O'Neal is in trouble.
Yeah, he says, I effing hate Rudy Gobert. If Rudy Gobert gets into the Hall of Fame, I'll wear this dress to the mother effing ceremony.
I love Shaq. See? Look, if Shaq is saying it, all the players are saying it, I'm saying it.
He might have to get a dress because I think Gobert has a chance.
Well, you know, the weird thing about Gobert is how is he both destroyed by a lot of people and still get Defensive Player of the Year? How can you
good
be both
defensively?
But I mean,
the paint.
He's great in the paint, right? What's your knock on Gobert?
That you can play him off the floor at any point. That he can't be a defensive player of the year if he's only guarding people in the paint. If you go
Greg,
outside
in a playoff game last year, he had 27 points and 24 rebounds.
Yeah,
against
we
the
did not
that was against the Lakers.
Play him
that was
off
against
the,
the
floor
Lakers
last year.
in a closeout game of which they had zero size. So and they just let him. They were allowing him to do so much, and he still had a chance to win that game.
Bergman, are those the Jordans I got you at the
Absolutely
Nike store?
there.
Those shoes are great looking.
Oh, they are.
I love these shoes.
Where'd you get them?
At the Nike Employee Store.
Yeah.
I was in the Employee Store when Greg was producing our show, and I said, "Hey, do you want anything?" And he goes, "Yeah, if you got low top Jordans, grab them."
Yep.
And
I love these shoes.
I'm proud of myself. Those are the best looking ones I've seen.
Yeah, no, these are great. I wear them to sporting events. I'll wear them to the Laker games. I'll wear them to SoFi.
Yeah.
I figured today was a good day to wear them. I don't wear them all the time. They are
Which helps.
for certain
that
experiences.
So I want to talk a little bit about Mookie Betts, who is struggling mightily right now.
Oof.
The biggest struggle of his career, I would say. And
although he was personally responsible for winning that game on Wednesday.
He was.
He doesn't get on base, and the Dodgers lose.
It is true. His numbers are, here's what I wonder. They've got $180 million or something left on the contract.
Yep.
Are they going to get their value for Mookie Betts? Is this
they have
is this
so far for sure?
Is this Mookie Betts or is this just a bad year?
He got 2 World Series rings.
No, but I'm saying performance this year. I guess he did get 2 World Series.
Yeah. So they got the value for
correct.
It. That's already there.
But is this Mookie Betts? Is what we're looking at right now?
I think in order to get guys like this, you have to overpay, particularly on the back end of a contract, and that's what is going to happen here. But I'm with Greg. I think that if Mookie Betts retired today,
be a Hall
they
of
got
Famer.
the value of the contract.
He's a 3-time Hall of Famer. He's an MVP winner in the AL. Like he's everything he's done. I just can't imagine that a guy of Mookie Betts' abilities just fell off a cliff out of nowhere.
By the way, do you two know, just off the top of your head, anybody outside of people that work for the Dodgers, okay, anybody who doesn't think they should move him back to right field?
No. I think Mookie Betts is the only one that thinks he should be at shortstop.
I think he, as a star player, he earn that right to give it a shot. But when you lose 11 of 14 games in July and you're in a pennant race, I think that Dave Roberts and Andrew Friedman need to take control of the con.
So
they need
last year, just to add a little color to this, when Mookie started at shortstop, he batted .308, 15 doubles, 9 homers, 39 walks.
Pretty good.
In 240 bats. In right field, he batted .273 less. His OPS was better. Matched the 9 home runs, only walked 4 times.
So you're saying I'm completely wrong. It's
right.
the opposite.
Well, I've been making the argument that he should move to right field as well, but last year he hit better when he was playing shortstop than he did when he was in right field.
So how do we get around that, Greg?
So I don't think you get around it. It's not going to happen. I think that's just
But
we have to live
for
with
people
it.
that want to happen, like me and you.
Yeah, sure. Everybody think
the numbers don't lie. Those numbers Mason just said seem to indicate that it doesn't have anything to do with how he's hitting.
I never thought that it had anything to do with how he's hitting. I just thought that we have a Gold Glove right fielder.
Yes.
So you want that guy in right field. Teoscar Hernandez is a ridiculously bad right fielder. He takes bad routes.
Yep.
He loses balls in the sun. He's just not great. His arm isn't good enough to play right field.
He's been a left fielder.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you can move him over to left, then it changes everything. So if the idea moving Mookie Betts to right, great, sure, makes a lot of sense. It's just not going to happen. They're going to have to move Pages to right at some point.
Yeah, here's some stuff about Mookie that I was shocked at. He's got 3 home runs in his last 49 games. Yeah. He's batting .238, lowest of his career by 26 points. Batting .146 against breaking balls. His on-base percentage is .309, 31 points worse than his worst season. Slugging percentage, .370, lowest of his career. OPS, lowest of his career. It's just...
All the numbers are low.
All the numbers are just
low.
terrible. And I do think putting him at the top of the lineup does make sense.
It makes a lot
of sense.
of
Get him more at bats, try to get him rolling, try to get him snapped out of it.
Although it almost, the other day, it was the first time I go, oh, maybe what we've been asking for to move Mookie to the leadoff spot and Shohei at second is going to bite us. Had Mookie not gotten on base on Wednesday, it would have taken what you don't want is a one-run game to end with runners on base and Shohei standing on the on-deck circle.
Right.
So that was like the first instance of, well, had they put Shohei at the top, he would have come up earlier. Now, they might have walked him anyway.
Yeah, right. But go ahead, Greg.
No, Mookie Betts, I'm going to look up the numbers, but him in the leadoff spot is much, much, much different for his career than it is in any other spot. I think it's a good 30 to 40 points higher batting average. Everything goes up in the leadoff spot versus any other spot down.
All right, so there's a sign for hope. Hey. We'll see when he gets back. By the way, a couple of guys are hit the skids too. Hae-Sung Kim is now batting 191 in July.
Just in this month. Before this month, he was really good.
Tommy Edman batting, he's 7 for his last 49. And what the hell are we doing with James Outman?
James Outman is here to play a defensive outfield late in games.
He's batting 137. I mean, do we
idea,
not have a better option than James Outman at this point?
Well, I know this is a homer take by me, but Trace Thompson's hitting 370 in the minors or something. And
yeah, right.
But he's with Philadelphia.
The Red Sox.
Yeah, he's the team they're playing tonight. And he knows everybody. He knows Dave Roberts. He knows Andrew Friedman. He's 34.
Right.
That's why teams aren't bringing him up right away. But his numbers across the board are better than Outman.
By the way, to that point, this is who Max Muncy was. This is who Chris Taylor was. These are guys that are who are minor league veterans who finally get an opportunity and deliver.
But Trace Thompson, as you said, is 34. Max Muncy and Chris Taylor were in their 20s.
Yeah.
It's a completely different world. But also, Max Muncy's a good point. When he comes back, that changes your entire structure of everything. It changes your defensive alignment.
When he went away is when the skid started.
Right. Well, think about it. Because he went away, you need to put somebody at third base. That means Miguel Rojas or Tommy Edman have to go over to third base.
Yep.
And that puts a hole in the middle of your infield at second base or center field. So if Tommy Edman is now no longer at third and you want him at center field, where he was supposed to play with St. Louis, then you take Pages, you put him in right, you take Teo, you put him in left. All of a sudden, your defensive linemen are where they're supposed to be.
Did you hear about my pie-in-the-sky fantasy baseball take from the other day?
No.
That the Dodgers should trade for Eugenio Suarez, put him at third base, move Max to second.
Okay.
And you're rolling.
Yeah, sure. He played second in a good second.
He did play second.
This is a question I asked him. I think this is a stupid way to think, but I think it exists.
There's no
Would
chance.
the Diamondbacks not trade him to the Dodgers because they're in the same division?
100%.
You think they
Why
would?
would they want to help the Dodgers in their division?
Because
if
the
they
argument
can get
I
better
made the
stuff.
other day was the only thing, if I'm the one doing the trading, if I'm the one trading the player, in this case Arizona, and I'm trading Suarez, the only thing I care about is return.
Sure.
I don't care where I'm sending him. I don't care. If I was the Dodgers or if I was the Angels, I would trade a player to the other team, even though they play in the same market, if that's where I got the best return.
Well, ask Derek Hall. Derek Hall is your friend is the president of the Diamondbacks. I mean, would they make
I think Derek would say, I know him pretty well. I think he would say, you're right. We want to get we only care about what the best package is. But Greg, you think that's real? This don't trade within our division.
And also, I mean, just going off of your logic from working with you for so long, prospects are suspects until they actually do something. So if you're going to give you a whole bunch of prospects, who knows if they actually pan out?
Well,
it could be Josue DePaula. It could be Bobby Miller.
I think that's what the Diamondbacks want. Our prospects.
They probably do. They just traded their first baseman.
Josh
Naylor.
They're going to trade Zach Gallen. They're going to trade Merrill Kelly. They're in sell mode.
They are in sell mode a little bit, but at the same time,
they're the first team, by the way, to bail. To completely bail on the year.
Because they were in the World Series a couple years ago, and now they're completely out of it. It's they fell apart. It didn't work.
Yeah.
So trading Eugenio Suarez makes sense. They just won't do it to the Dodgers because of the division, because they're going to try and chase them, and also because the return is not going to be that much.
None of your reasons make sense to me.
They don't.
I'm not saying.
Okay, let's put it into Lakers terms. If trade away LeBron, which we used to have these conversations all the time,
I would trade him to the Clippers if that's where I got the best return.
There's zero chance.
Wait a minute. There have been deals.
Would you trade?
I mean, we traded Ivica Zubac for Mike Muscala.
You would trade LeBron away if the return was good.
If I decided to trade any player, LeBron, Luka, anybody,
whatever the best return is.
That's all I care.
Even if it was the Clippers.
That's all I care about is what am I getting in return. So, for example,
would you?
If the Clippers called,
we got him.
No. If the Clippers called and said, "We'll give you all their best players," and every other team was saying, "Nah, LeBron's 40, we don't want to do it." Blah blah blah. Why wouldn't I take the deal where I get the best return?
So, let's say LeBron comes out. This is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
LeBron comes out and says, I want to be traded.
Okay.
And the Clippers come and they offer, let's see, Ivica Zubac. Terrence Mann's gone, right?
Yeah.
So
but
I don't even know who's on the team.
They're all in their late 30s now.
How about this? The Warriors are in the Lakers.
Sure. Jonathan Kuminga and Draymond Green and name the guys that you want.
Right. And you would get, you can get Jimmy Butler, whoever you want.
Sure, yeah.
But
and you say yes, you'd make that trade.
What I'm saying is anytime I was making a trade for any player, all I care about is what the best return is for me.
Right.
Okay. I don't factor in, and it sounds like that's what you're doing, and I think professionals do this.
Yes.
I don't factor in, am I trading him to a division rival? Am I trading him to a team in my own market? I don't care about aesthetics.
Right. You don't, but they do. Right? In other words, if you were the guy.
Would you care?
If I was. No, I would find the best package. Find the best.
Like if the best player in the Rams got disgruntled, and said I want to be traded, I would have no problem trading him to the Chargers if that's where I get the best.
Would
return.
make no difference to me. I think that the Clippers would be less likely. I think the Angels, it's impossible they'd make it.
Well, that's because Artie is not going to do it. Well, he was going to do it a couple of years ago, and by the way, Andy Pajes was in that deal.
By the way, yeah.
And Artie blew it up.
Yes, he did. It was already done. It was like Ross Stripling, Andy Pajes.
Jock Peterson was in that trade.
Jock Peterson, and we were getting.
I forget who we were getting.
We were getting Luis.
He was the shortstop, right?
Yeah, Luis Rengifo, who actually went on to be an All-Star.
Right.
Yeah. Men's and women's soccer.
Okay. Yeah, because there's no football team at LMU, but this field's like perfect. So it's a soccer stadium. Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. Coming up next for you is Fast Track. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is Mason and Ireland live from Rams training camp at LMU. ESPN LA's training camp coverage presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Your perfect entertainment resort and casino combination is always available at Pechanga, just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more information.
More training camp coverage coming up next on ESPN LA.
Pechanga Resort Casino is giving away a new Mercedes-Benz and Easy Play every Friday in July. Use your club card to earn entries into the drawing while you play your favorite slot machines and table games. Be there every Friday night for the drawing and to activate your entries. You must be present to win. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino and you could drive home in a brand new Mercedes-Benz this July. Located off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more info.
Hack your summer with awe and awesome at SeaWorld San Diego. Get real close to over 9,000 animals. Be wowed at the all-new Jewels of the Sea to Jellyfish experience. Now open. Race at unreal speeds across over 16,000 feet of coaster track. Be amazed at the reimagined Journey to Atlantis, opening soon. Make summer spectacular with high thrill shows, concerts, and fireworks. Now through September 1st at SeaWorld. Save up to 65% on tickets, fun cards, and passes during our summer sale. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, fees, blockout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
Friday Night Lights at BMO. It's another crucial Western Conference clash.
LAFC, fool.
As LAFC hosts the Portland Timbers.
Did he into the area? Did he shot it in? He scored!
Denis Bouanga is on fire and ready to put on another show for the home crowd. LAFC versus Timbers tonight. Pre-match coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Listen to the crowd!
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Hey, it's Mace. Workplace stress is now a leading cause of declining mental health, with 61% of the global workforce feeling it more than ever. You can't escape work, but you can take small steps to take care of yourself. A walk, some sun, a favorite song. Therapy is one of those steps. Ongoing support to build resilience for whatever the day throws at you. Balance is tough. Getting help shouldn't be. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350Q, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plain manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mason.
Fast Track.
It is Brian Cohen up. What's up, Brian?
I'm going to take the first one.
Oh, you're going to take
I'll take the first one.
Okay.
So sorry about that, Brian. Dave Aranda is Baylor's head football coach. And he had
pretty good one, right?
He has a pretty good one, yeah. Big 12 Media Day he was talking this morning in his press conference. And I think he was talking about recruiting or camaraderie. Maybe you guys can tell me what this man is trying to say. Go ahead, Brian.
There's a scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where they're talking about throwing midgets, and it's like, hey, this midget, can he roll there? And he goes, no, he doesn't roll. You throw him. You know what I mean? And they're made for throwing. And then after a while, they start talking, and they go, well, you know what? I think if you start talking, they may think they know we're making fun of them. The midgets may think that we're making fun of them. So then I'm gonna start. They may get mad at us, and then the guys go, "Well, what we need to do is make them think they're one of us." Wow. And they go, "One of us, one of us." And I think that's the thing with coaching, call it recruiting. It's that way. They talk about acquiring players, getting rid of players, just like that. And the whole thing underneath all that is they make them think they're one of us. You know what I mean? And it's like, but I don't know. Do you have to do that to win? That sucks. Yeah.
Okay, so there are so many.
What is he talking about?
So many angles to
First
this.
of all,
the
when's the last
word.
time you heard somebody use the word midget?
Yeah, the word is like
in a
not,
press conference.
The word is not cool anymore.
Dwarf anymore.
I think we're all on little person, are we not?
I think that's
dwarf tossing is what they used to call that.
Yeah,
right, but
and they do it in the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah,
they do. That's all real.
Midget has been gone for 20 years.
Yeah,
right?
But why is he saying this in a press conference?
Why is he saying?
Yeah, how did he get off on this? What is?
How could you possibly?
I didn't even make sense when he was relating it to.
What does it do? What to do with recruitment?
He's lucky. There's been a political shift in this country, or he would have been canceled for that little rant 3 years ago for sure.
The whole thing was just nonsense, and I just didn't know what he was trying to even get at. Very, very strange. That's worse than Deshaun Foster.
I 100% agree that is worse than saying nothing is better than saying a bunch of stupid stuff.
I don't know if Deshaun would agree with you.
Oh, come on. He didn't use any slurs.
Right. Fast track.
Fast track. All right, so I was watching Big Brother yesterday, and something caught my eye. Apparently, they're coming up with a new show, and friend of the show, our show, Matthew Berry, is going to be debuting tonight on Big Brother Unlocked, and they're going to be doing some sort of fantasy draft of, like, the old contestants and stuff like that. But
right.
he is a guest host, and he's going to be featured on it. And when it came on, and I was watching it.
He's going to be out there with Julie Chid.
Right, exactly. It kind of caught me off guard, but it got me thinking, if there was one show you guys wanted to guest host or be featured on, in the reality TV realm, what would it be?
I don't know specifically about reality TV. If I was going to go on a reality TV show, I'd want to be on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, because every one of those women is such a train wreck that it's entertaining beyond belief. But the show, I'm very jealous of our friend Michael Roth.
Oh, right.
Michael Roth is in one of the most famous episodes of The West Wing. It's called 18th and Potomac, when Mrs. Landingham is killed in a car wreck. And there's a bunch of reporters in the press room standing up going, CJ, and one of them is Michael Roth. I would have loved to have done that just so I would have had me in one episode
that's cool.
of The West Wing.
Mine, obviously, is I would like to stand next to Harvey Levin and do TMZ, because Harvey would do the talking, and then I'd just make smart-ass comments about all the celebrities he talks about. So I would love to do. If Harvey's listening, he's a big fan of the show, by the way. Harvey does listen to the show. Harvey, I'm available. I would love to stand next to you in front of the newsroom and smart-ass stuff.
That'd be fun.
Well,
yeah, it'd be fun.
You're friends with Alex Michelson. He's on that
He's
show.
doing it. I mean, I email with Harvey, but I've never asked specifically for a gig. I would definitely fill in.
Harvey, when I first started at KCBS KCAL, Harvey was wrapping up his run as a reporter at KCBS KCAL, and the thing that everybody talked about was he threw better parties than anyone who's come through that newsroom. Like if Harvey was having a party, that's the one you don't skip.
Yeah. That guy, by the way, is a complete genius. He invented all of that.
Yeah, very smart.
And now that's like a primary news source for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Fast track.
We need Bobcat in there.
Pace.
Yes. All right, so C.J. McCollum was talking on the Old Man in the 3 and was talking about
JJ's old podcast,
his old one. I think it's I forget who's on it now, but yeah, either way, he was on there and he was talking about drafting. So play this and I want to hear your thoughts on it.
You shouldn't be punished for drafting well. Like, if you draft well, we've seen some teams be really fortunate in the draft. Now you get to that position Oklahoma City's going through right now, where you got to pay a lot of players who are really good and you draft them. You shouldn't be punished for drafting well. You should be able to pay and keep and retain the players that you've drafted. And when you have those windows to where you really have a chance to compete and win a championship, you shouldn't have such severe restrictions. But those are things that the league and the players union will have to figure out, and there will continue to be a discussion and a dialogue around it.
Do you think that they can figure that out? Do you agree with CJ?
100% agree.
1,000%.
If you draft and develop a player, you should not be. You should be able to keep them. And a second apron, first apron, I don't care what the hell apron it is. If you develop a player, you should be able to keep them.
And by the way, I understand competitive balance. I understand why they need a salary cap. CJ is 1,000% right that if you want to apply restrictions to how much money you can pay free agents or a guy that's been traded, but if you take, like I'll use Austin Reeves as an example.
Yeah.
Undrafted free agent, Rob Pelinka called him the second the window opened. The Lakers invested in him, and Austin has turned himself into a big-time player, turned down a contract extension this year because he's going to get paid next year. The Lakers should be able to go over the cap to keep him.
Yep.
They're the first team that signed him. I would say now, in the case of LeBron, since LeBron was traded and they picked him up as a free agent, if you want to limit how much money you can spend on your free agents, I'm fine with that. But I'm with 100% with McCollum.
In the case of OKC, those guys should be able to keep their guys together.
They drafted well. They brought in a whole bunch of draft picks.
And
they suffered a lot to get those draft
picks. Think about this. It would not apply to Shea. They traded for Shea.
Correct. Right.
But it would apply to Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams and a bunch of those other dudes, and they should.
Yep.
You can actually build a run. You can actually go on a long run.
Like the Lakers and Celtics used to do.
Yes, exactly.
Because right now it's designed so that you can't keep all your players. It's designed so that you've got to move somebody in order to stay under this
In some cases, you're going to move a bunch of people.
Exactly.
Fast Track.
All right, guys. So Dodger Good Luck Charm, Fat Joe was on a podcast here recently and was talking about worst habits. And he says his worst habit is he drinks about 30 to 40 Diet Pepsis daily.
30 to 40?
You know who else is like that? Is John Daly, the golfer.
John Daly, wow.
It's just crazy to comprehend there. 30 to 40 Cokes or Diet Pepsis in one day. What would you say your worst habit is? Or is there something you excess over daily?
Yeah, my worst habit is easy. It's Ready Whip. I have got
Still?
I swear I've got no fewer than 5 cans of Ready Whip in the fridge right now. It is delicious. I put it on everything. I have a small dessert every night with a whole bunch of Ready Whip. My dogs love Ready Whip. They love the whip. So whenever I get that out, they're all over
Should they be eating that?
They love it.
Well,
I'm sure they do.
They love
it's
it.
All sugar.
But I mean, they bounce. Do you do that, Brian?
Starbucks every now and then they do the pup cup.
Yeah, Starbucks does it. Good point. Yeah, so Ready Whip is probably my biggest habit.
My worst habit is borders on disgusting, but I don't care. I'll share it. I do not and never have clip my nails.
What?
If my nails get long, I just go like this.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you can watch it happen right on the camera, too. Look at that.
So now that nail is good, and I lose it.
Do you leave it on the bed?
No, I do. I throw them away.
Yeah. It's like there's shrapnel coming out.
Right. But
that's from The Sopranos.
Yeah,
do you remember that scene
my
with
nails
Janice?
are fine. When they get long, I just
tear them off.
Yeah.
You do too, Anthony?
I bite them.
Use clippers?
Oh, yeah, I use clippers.
Toenails and
Once a
fingernails?
week, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you just tear your nails off on your feet, too?
Well, if they get too long, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, see, every time I try and do that, I get little stuff in my fingernails, like all the way down.
Yeah,
You go too far.
I've
tear your nails off?
I do them all the time.
I've
Or
made
it's
it
my,
through 62
I chew on
years
them.
of life without using nail clippers.
Yeah, that is weird.
So it works. It works.
That's weird.
Fast
That's worse
track.
than my habit.
Bobcat.
So Bobcat. So the NFL is going to be fining 100 players and 24 club employees for selling Super Bowl 59 tickets above face value. So they're
Come on.
the players are going to receive a fine of 1 1/2 of what they paid for the tickets and won't be allowed to buy tickets to the next 2 Super Bowls unless they are paying for them themselves.
So to get clear on this, they got tickets, and then they're selling them for more than face.
Right. They're for more than face, which is against the rules. Is this an NFL no-fun league situation, or should they be cracking down?
No. If one of the things they get from being players in the NFL are 2 Super Bowl tickets, they should be able to do whatever they want with them. But these rules do apply. For example, I have 2 tickets to Laker games, and I cannot sell them. If I don't use them, I kick them back to the Lakers. And if I use them, I never charge people for them.
You just give them to them.
Yeah, but
you could sell them for face value.
But I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
and Michael's in the same boat. We just want to stay on the right side of the law there. But these NFL guys being fined for selling their Super Bowl tickets, once you have them, possession's 9/10.
By the way, and these aren't necessarily the giant contract guys. It's guys that don't make as much, guys that make the minimum.
I have zero
it's like,
issue with those guys selling whatever the
get a few extra grand.
I'm a free market guy. Whatever the market dictates, they should be able to recoup. I don't think they should be fined or punished.
Free market guy, despite the NBA and
no
the
fun
NFL.
league once again.
Fast track.
Fast track.
All right,
Is that
one
it?
more?
One more, yeah. Do
All
it.
right, so,
do it.
There's a new dating app with a Love is Blind approach called Tribal.
Yes.
And I want to see if you guys think this has a chance to work against all the other dating apps. So for the first 72 hours, all the profile pictures of the person you're trying to match with are blurred. So you can't see anything until you match, and then 72 hours later, the pictures kind of reveal themselves. Does this have a chance of doing like a Love is Blind style?
Hell no.
Right?
No, I think this actually makes a ton of sense. Makes a ton of sense.
No, because men are pigs.
No, because you get to, but you get to know the person before you actually hook up with the person.
The women are smart, and they would, they'll take the time to get to know you. The men just want to date girls
Right,
that are hot.
but on this particular site, the men are going to have to play by the rules.
Yeah, but or they can go to Tinder and just hook up.
You're correct. That's a hookup site.
Yeah, but I don't think it will work because I don't think men will buy it. Do you guys disagree?
Well, this is like Bumble, right?
Yeah.
Bumble, the woman has complete control.
Yep. Right.
But the pictures are not blurred on
the
Bumble.
pictures are not blurred. This is like
you're not gonna end up with somebody you're not physically attracted to. This is a dumb idea.
No,
you're not
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
they compared
no,
it to the TV show Love is Blind, as you form the connection before
Love is
you
Blind
see
is
them.
a TV show. The people that go on that go on it because they want to be on TV.
And also, think about it. When you're going on Love is Blind, you know right away the people on the other side are pretty attractive.
Right.
Or at
They're not
least
they're not
decently
putting
attractive.
a 600-pound person
No.
on Love is Blind.
Yeah, they want good-looking people for the TV rating.
Yeah.
It's not. You go there, you're thinking, okay, you got to be someone.
I was
okay.
trying to give relationships a chance, but I can be honest. I mean, if I see the picture, it's not there. It's not there. It's just the reality. Although I tell you what, I did watch last night. I watched. Brian, do you watch Love Island?
I did watch this last season. Yes.
Okay.
You got into that?
I watched just the musical number that they did at the very beginning of the series that introduces each person that's in it, and it's actually really good. And they are just men, women, everybody. They are just spectacularly looking people. They are just, there's no way to go wrong on that show. But the musical number I totally dug.
All right, that's it.
That'll do it.
Okay. Coming up next for you, could the Dodgers go 1-2 in MVP voting? And a former college football coach could be headed to the NFL. I think it would be a disaster. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Why do more people buy their car at the Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority. Back when I played, leg cramps were no joke. Fourth quarter, overtime, practice, even when I got home, they would hit out of nowhere. Had I known about Highland's leg cramps back in the day, I would have had a locker full of the stuff. Now I'm retired, I still get these cramps on my morning walks, hanging out with my daughter, but now I've got something that actually works. Highland's leg cramps. The tablets dissolve quickly under the tongue and don't upset my stomach. Cramps hit athletes, weekend warriors, couch coaches, all of us. Grab Highland's leg cramps and get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS.
Have you checked out the new Park West Bicycle Casino? Only 9 miles from downtown LA, right off the 710? The bike has been reimagined with new ownership, renovations, and 200 table games. ESPN listeners get $30 in match play when they walk in and say, Cappy sent me. Park West Bicycle Casino. Real cards, real prizes, real close.
Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. GER-0021291, 001289, 001292. PSIS license number 1358.
If your AC breaks down, call NextGen, the official AC plumbing and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. For a limited time, receive a free no-ozone air purifier with any new system installation. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
CSLB number 1011173. Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Fast Track. And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, if you've got tickets to the private podcast party tomorrow night at Hollywood Park Casino, looking forward to seeing you guys and going to say stuff we've never said before.
That's the goal.
Going to tell stories we've never told. John and I were discussing last night in our Waymo, John and the Waymo.
Yep, I loved it.
I guess that is
I take everything back I said about the Waymo. Mason has won me over on the Waymo.
Sold. It's killer.
That shocks me, by the way. It shocks me.
Why does that shock you?
That it shocks him. He's been very anti.
I thought I would hate it, and I thought getting into a car without a driver was a little bit of a suicide mission, but it's the opposite. You feel totally comfortable when you get in it.
And it's so careful going. We went down an alley, and it was like...
Greg, is super nice.
Yeah, it's a Jaguar.
Yeah, it's a Jaguar. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, Bergman here, this is a good question.
Okay.
I would imagine that right now, Shohei Ohtani is just a lock for National League Most Valuable Player. Just a lock at this point.
I mean, now that he's pitching again, too, and at a high level, I can't see how he's not. But who else would it be?
I can't think. You know who else it could be? The guy who I think can finish second in MVP voting is Will Smith.
Oh, yeah. No, Will Smith
Will
very
Smith
well could.
is the only player in the National League batting above 300.
Yeah, nobody's hitting well at all.
He would win the batting title if the season ended.
He would win the batting title.
320 something right
Only
now.
Aaron Judge has a better batting average in all of Major League Baseball than Will Smith.
Come down so far
because
Tony Gwynn was a 339 or 337 career hitter.
He wasn't. He didn't have power.
Right, but why isn't Luis Arraez hitting 320?
I don't know what's going on with Arraez down there this year, but they're going. Yeah. Most guys go for power, and they have uppercut swings and launch angle.
So Will Smith, 326 average, only guy in the National League with an average above 300. He's first in the National League in on-base percentage, 424.
Jeez.
Slugging percentage, he's sixth at 556, and OPS, he's second for the season behind only Shohei Ohtani.
Hey, there might be something else. I think he still is. He was a little while ago, but he's first in all of baseball, I think, with runners in scoring position. Batting average running is
okay. What do you guys think? This is our buddy Jim Bowden suggesting a trade for the Dodgers. So he says this trade would work for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers would send Greg, is it pronounced Josu DePaula?
Josue
DePaula, Jackson Ferris, Bobby Miller, and Jaron Elkins. Probably the only guy you've heard of on that list is Miller, but he's 26 now.
No, I know Jackson Ferris, too. Jackson Ferris.
Griffin Jackson,
Johan Duran,
yeah.
And Willie Castro for a utility guy. What do you think of that? It doesn't seem like if you're going to empty that package of prospects that you're getting enough.
So the problem for me is that you're giving up prospects for relief pitching. And relief pitching is maybe good for this year. They do. They need it, but is it just like Johan Duran? I think he's a very good pitcher. But I feel like you're giving up guys that are everyday pitchers or hitters for relief pitchers, and they could be terrible next year, as we've seen. Tanner Scott was great, and now he's bad.
Yeah. So what I don't understand about Andrew Friedman is he never used to spend on bullpen.
Yep.
Bullpen is so sketchy every single – who is going to be pitching well in October? It's impossible to know. All of a sudden, he breaks the bank for Tanner Scott, and relievers just come and go. I mean, maybe Joel Duran is – a guy that would make a huge difference. I mean, he's got a .94 ERA. He's got 15 innings, a bunch of saves. He would be a good guy. I mean, there are guys out there. Ryan Helsley would make sense.
Yep.
David Bednar in Pittsburgh would make sense. Yep. I still think
Emmanuel Clase would make
sense. And, Travis Rogers has suggested, and I think it's an interesting suggestion, Stephen Kwan and Emmanuel Clase.
Great.
If they could do that,
love it.
If they could get Kwan and Clase, I would give up not only that package prospects, but more.
Yeah, so that's a home run package.
I would see that package easier with Cleveland because you're getting Stephen Kwan in that deal, who's a very good ball player, and he's also under team control for a couple more years.
So is Clase. So
you get them for a little while.
And those guys are 27 and 28 respectively.
Right.
So for that reason, I think if in matter of fact, when we brought this up the other day, the Guardians fans came out of the woodwork.
No.
Right, and said, you're not getting enough. And I actually agree with them. I in that deal, I would put Ha-Sung Kim in that deal because you're getting Kwan and you wouldn't need him anymore. And I think that
outfielder, infielder, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that at least that gives them some type of a replacement who's functional. And I would also put a real pitcher in that deal. I would put one of the 15 Dodger pitchers that everybody wants, whether it be, Emmett Sheehan or,
It couldn't be Dustin May because he's a walkaway free agent.
Walkaway free agent. There's going to be a spot for Dustin May somewhere, though.
Yeah, someone will want Dustin May because of maybe they can fix him, and also he was out for 2 years.
They're gonna spin him off into a reliever.
Yeah,
a right-handed reliever. I can see that with a contender. I think Dustin May is probably going to pitch for a contender this year, team that's still in it, because only place he makes sense.
Think about this. This stuff's all going to start happening pretty soon.
Yeah, Thursday's the trade
deadline is Thursday.
Right.
So we're going to start, maybe even as soon as this weekend, we're going to start hearing
So
trades.
the Yankees just made a trade.
Did they?
They got Ryan McMahon from
Colorado.
From
Okay.
Colorado.
Yeah, that guy's a good player.
He's a nice player.
He's going up there. So trades are starting to happen.
Josh Naylor to Seattle. You're really fixated on the clock.
I don't care about I would go commercial free all the time.
Let's do it.
We need to get some commercials in.
We'll
But if you want to keep going, you can. If you want to take it.
If nobody cares, we can just keep going.
There's one other thing I wanted to do here, and that is I wanted to play this clip from Nick Saban, formerly head coach at Alabama. He is not coaching at the moment, but there's some speculation, and maybe it's been spurred by this little clip.
I never really ever had a thought about getting back into coaching until 2 days ago. Miss Terry said I had to run the sweeper in the entire downstairs. So while I was running the sweeper, the thought occurred to me, when you were coaching, you had a heck of a lot better job than this.
There you go. So he doesn't run the sweeper anymore. I personally, and I know there's some speculation out there, I think Nick Saban, it would not work in the NFL. It would absolutely not work. Do you think it would?
Meyer came out and said that if Saban goes back into coaching, he thinks he would go to the NFL because college football now is so broken.
Right.
With all the NI. I mean, not even Lincoln Riley, who's kind of a genius, can win because it's all, the players are being paid. And
But the thing with Saban is he didn't like when college players were getting paid. Now he's going to go to a league which is run by players who are making millions of dollars, who he will not be able to run his normal act on. I just don't see Nick Saban as a successful NFL head coach right now.
He probably doesn't need the money.
Doesn't need the money. Miss Terry needs him to run the sweeper.
I was interviewing Pete Carroll once, and I was in his office at SC, and I said, at the time, he was like coming up on 60.
Mm-hmm.
I go, you've made a ton of money in your career. How long are you going to do this? And he corrected me. He goes, I have not made a ton of money in my career. He goes, I have spent a ton of money in my career. He said, and he goes, it's not, to me, this is what Carroll said that day. He goes, to me, it's never been about money. It's about passion and what you feel strongly about, and I just love doing this. So I'm not going to stop unless I get fired or something.
Right.
And then shortly thereafter, he went to the NFL and was successful.
Exactly.
So this note from Bill Plunkett just came down. Per Dave Roberts, Mookie Betts is in Nashville on a personal matter. Expected to join team in Boston around game time Saturday. Might or might not play. No move made with the restriction.
And I think that's where he's from. I think he grew
Is that
up
where he's
in
from?
that part of the world.
So something's happening.
Maybe he's got something going on in his family.
It's all personal, so we don't know what it is.
All right, coming up next for you, an NFL analyst who quickly became my favorite after I heard him say what we'll play next. That's coming up next for you. In the meantime, this is an ad for BetterHelp. So, look, I've got a script here, and I'll just talk from the heart. So, if you are struggling emotionally, whether it's depression or it's anxiety or workplace stress, your boss, your coworkers, relationship stress, something's not going right with the family, all that stuff. Look, everybody can benefit from therapy. I've benefited from therapy over the years. For the last 20 years, in fact, I've been in therapy, and it's made a huge difference in my life. And it can change your life as well. BetterHelp has got over 30,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. BetterHelp have served over 5 million people globally. It's convenient, too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, and you can fit therapy into your busy life. You can switch therapists at any time. They've got all kinds of therapists, mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. So, if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, right now, our listeners get 10% off their first month of therapy at BetterHelp.com/timeout. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/timeout. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Friday Night Lights at BMO. It's another crucial Western Conference clash.
LAFC, fool.
As LAFC hosts the Portland Timbers.
Did he into the area? Did he shot it in? He scored!
Denis Bouanga is on fire and ready to put on another show for the home crowd. LAFC versus Timbers tonight. Pre-match coverage begins at 7 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Listen to the crowd!
ESPN LA is hitting the road. Tune in Wednesday, July 30th to Sedano and Cap as we broadcast live from SeaWorld San Diego. We'll explore the incredible world of orcas, sea otters, jellyfish, shark pups, and ocean rescue, including the thrills of Summer Spectacular, packed with epic hydro shows, concerts, fireworks, maybe even a few surprises. Wednesday, July 30th, live from SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the job delivered. Large orders of lumber, doors, windows, paint, plumbing, anything the job needs, all from one partner. Get it today with same-day delivery. Get it tomorrow with next-day delivery on 50,000 plus products. Or get it on your timeline with scheduled delivery on everything from framing to flooring. It's time to get your whole job, all your jobs delivered. Ask about all our new delivery options at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
Congratulations to Mason and Ireland, re-signing with ESPN LA for years to come.
After a grueling negotiation, you and I will continue here at 710 ESPN.
The Hall of Famer staying on LA's mega sports station with a new multi-year agreement.
The biggest show on the radio.
Weekdays noon to 3 p.m. The only home for Mason and Ireland. 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app.
And always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
That could take me any
multi-year extension.
More than one.
More than 1 year.
Exactly 2.
Multi-year.
Not less than 3, but more than 1. Gives you some idea.
How many would that be?
How many is that?
It's getting windy here.
It is getting windy. It's actually not as hot as I thought it was.
No,
I was
it was
expecting it really to be hot. We're at Rams training camp at LMU. Everybody's wrapped up for the day. I wanted to.
When I started covering training camp years ago, I'm old, so I started my career in the 80s. They used to have 2-a-days at training camp. So you would go in the morning, they'd go from 9 to 11. Then everybody would go eat. And they'd go again in the afternoon from 2 to 4. And eventually the players got that kind of kicked out of football. So now you can only go once.
Yeah, right. All right, so John, I love when people say things that I agree with. And Harry Douglas is an NFL analyst.
Yeah, good one.
And I saw him on the Get Up this week. And Brian, do you have this piece of sound from Harry Douglas?
Yeah, I got it.
Talking about the Rams.
All these people talk about the schedule of the San Francisco 49ers and how easy it is. Well, the San Francisco 49ers, they play 4 games versus, playoff teams of 2024. Right. The Rams play 5. And the Rams have a run game, they have a pass game, they have Sean McVay, they have Matthew Stafford, they have that ferocious defensive line. I like the Rams, and the Rams will be the number 1 seed in the NFC when it's all said and done.
That's what I'm talking about. The Rams will be the number 1 seed in the NFC when all is said and done. I have never been more optimistic since the Rams got here, 9 years ago? 2016?
Yeah,
9 years ago? Something like that? I have never been more optimistic about a Rams team than I am about this team coming up this season.
The Achilles heel could be for you is it's so dependent on Stafford staying healthy, and he's 37.
Right, but Stafford, for the last 5 years, he's played at least 16 games. Everybody says Stafford's got an injury history, and he's sitting out practices. By the way, he's got a back thing, whatever. He doesn't need to play during training camp. He doesn't need to play during the preseason. But, I mean, he's had a pretty steady performance for the last 5 years. So, yeah, I mean, he had one bad year, 2022. He only played 8 games, but he's been at full strength for the bulk of the last 5 years.
And the rest of the division, isn't that great. I think that
Arizona is always a wild card. They could play great one week, bad the next.
Yeah, Kyler Murray,
Seattle,
you can't trust him.
I think Seattle might take a step back, although I'm higher on Sam Darnold than others.
I am not high on Sam Darnold in the slightest, never have been.
Why? Last year he was great.
He was good in a specific system, and now I don't know if this system under a new head coach is going to be the right thing for him. And also, but San Francisco, if Brock Purdy looks like he did before, his offensive line helps him, I think that's going to be a very good team. It's going to be you in San Francisco.
So I'm not sold on San Francisco at all. I don't quite
They're
get
favored in Vegas.
I know they're the
NFC
third
West.
pick in Vegas to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a lot to do with
NFC.
their schedule.
I don't even know who their receivers
Although
are.
they only play 4 playoff teams. From
Well, they still have
you only
Brandon,
play 5.
and the Rams only play 5 playoff teams from last year.
Greg, they still have Brandon Ayuk, don't they?
I thought
Brandon
Ayuk
Ayuk is having trouble coming back.
Oh
isn't
yeah,
he?
yeah, and Yeah, Debo's
gone.
Debo's gone.
Debo went to Washington. Is Ayuk still there?
I don't even know. He's
hurt. Thank you. That's what I thought. He's hurt. I don't.
Somebody's got to catch the ball.
And Christian McCaffrey. That's a guy who doesn't stay healthy.
Juwan Jennings is the.
There you go.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah,
he's a 49er fan.
Give the guy. Oh yeah, he's
turn on your
Niners
microphone
fan. Oh yeah. Bang bang you. All right, coming up next for you. We're gonna do some game of games.
Worth 2 today.
Ooh.
Today's the first day of it being worth 2.
Brian Cohen's game. It is coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Tax relief, please.
Let me tell you about tax relief advocates. So if you owe money to the IRS, it does not make you a bad person. In fact, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of pressure. I got friends that have gone through this with the IRS. It is scary. And the thing about tax relief advocates is they've got proven relief for you. They can figure out how to get you involved in programs that will reduce or even eliminate your IRS debt. Again, if you are struggling with IRS debt, you got that weight on your shoulders, right now is the time that you can take action with tax relief advocates. So if you want to get your life back on track, if you owe money to the IRS and you feel you got nowhere to turn to tax relief advocates. Simply visit TRA.com. That's TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. 800-575-1482. Don't live one more day without addressing your IRS debt. 800-575-1482. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Greg Bergman. If you aren't joining Marcus Grant, Parker Bell, and myself every morning on the Blue Review from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page, what are you even doing with your mornings? We break down everything from Shohei hitting bombs to Tanner Scott blowing saves. We talk about the highs and don't brush off the lows. Always honest and talking how we feel. It's all thanks to LAX, where changes are arriving daily and transforming the travel experience. The Blue Review every morning from 8:30 to 8:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube page. The Blue Review. The Blue Review.
Why do more people buy their car at the Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
You know that feeling. You're finally asleep and bam, a leg cramp comes out of nowhere. Look, I've played through pain, but waking up with a leg cramp at 3 a.m., that sucks. So I don't mess around anymore. I keep Highland's Leg Cramps PM on my nightstand. No groggy side effects, no harsh meds, just a fast, effective relief that lets me sleep through the night without the Charlie horse surprise. Get the sleep you need with Highland's Leg Cramps PM. Get it today at Walmart, Walgreens, or CVS. Highland's Leg Cramps PM, because you don't need a midnight workout.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. In the market for new flooring? Why pay more at big box stores? At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or visit them online at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
It was a doubleheader in August and really hot inside the concession stand. So instead of waiting for people to come to me, I figured I'd walk around yelling, "Hot dogs here!" And that's how I became the first hot dog vendor in sports.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland.
Game of Games.
Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and we got a full house today. Kasim is going to play. Bergman, you're playing, right?
Yep, I have 2 already.
Me, Ireland, and it is
Greg, you win today. You tie me.
It is Brian Cohen's game.
All right.
It is worth 2 today. I was going to ask for the scoreboard, but I don't think anybody's really got it at the moment. Unless you do, Brian. Do you have it, Brian?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Ireland leads with 4, Laura 2, Jacob 1, Mason 1, me 2, Pepe 1, Kids in the Back 2, Greg 2, Sasha 1, Kasim 1.
Wow, everybody's won.
If anyone but me wins this, it gets tight.
Yeah. All right. So, Brian, what do we got?
So since you guys are at training camp, have a little NFL training camp Where Are They Now game. So these are players that have moved teams more likely.
Ooh, okay.
Can you guess where they are now? So we'll start you off here. Number 1, wide receiver for the Rams last season, Tyler Johnson. Where is he now? With the Jets, the Panthers, or the Steelers?
Kasim.
Jets.
You're going Jets? Greg.
I like the Panthers.
Mace.
Jets.
I like the Steelers. Who is it, Brian?
It is the Jets.
Okay.
All right.
Mace got it, and Kasim got it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Pro Bowl wide receiver Chris Godwin. Is he now with the Texans, the Patriots, or still with the Buccaneers?
Greg.
Why would you throw in the Buccaneers thing? I'm going to go with the Patriots. Everyone goes to the Patriots.
Mace.
I'm going to go stayed with the Buccaneers.
I'm going stayed with the Bucks also. Kasim.
Bucks, yeah.
Yeah, okay. 3 of us are on the Bucks, Brian. What's the right
Stayed
answer?
with the Bucks.
I knew it. I called it out, and then I didn't go with it.
You didn't,
you didn't
follow your
dummy.
gut.
out of your own
That was
thing.
stupid.
Number 3 here, backup QB and former UCLA Bruin, Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Where is he now? With the Eagles, the Ravens, or the Seahawks?
I don't know this, Mace. This is you.
Sounds like a backup in Seattle.
Who was the first one?
Eagles, Ravens, or Seahawks?
Give me the Eagles. Kasim.
Ravens.
Ravens. Greg.
The answer is the Eagles.
It
Brian?
is the Eagles.
It is
Hey,
the Eagles.
yeah,
Oh, you know,
Bergman's on the
you're
board.
keeping
I know.
track of small hands.
No,
DTR.
DeAndre is a huge Eagles fan, and he told me a
He's
couple
very
weeks
excited.
ago that DTR was
All right,
right.
Kasim-
That's right.
Pause.
That's it. Yeah.
Kasim, Mace,
Small
and John
hands.
all have 2. Greg has 1. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, here we go. Number 4, 7-time Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Where is he this year? Panthers, Texans, or did he retire?
I'm going with he retired.
I was
Kasim.
going to say retired, right?
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, retired.
Mace.
Retired.
Are we right?
You are right. He is retired.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody got that one.
Number 5 here. Another former Ram, running back Cam Akers. Where is he going to be this next season? The Saints, the Texans, or the Jets?
Kasim.
Saints.
Greg.
Texans.
Mace.
Texans.
I also think it's the Texans.
It is the
What's the
Saints.
answer?
It's the Saints.
Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, Kasim now
Kasim
has
is
taken
great
the lead.
at this, yeah.
I'm on my home turf, so.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, number 6
What's
here.
next, Brian?
The 2019 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award winner, Calais Campbell. Is he retired, the Falcons, or the Cardinals?
Greg.
Falcons, Cardinals, retired. I'm going to say he went back to the Cardinals.
Mace.
Retired.
I'm going retired. Kasim.
Cardinals.
That's right.
Brian?
Back to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Back to the Cardinals. All right.
Greg,
He
did you get
fooled
that?
you. I did get that.
Okay, so right now it's Kasim 5 and everyone else 3.
Oh, wow. Kasim, you like to win that Rams camp, huh?
Hey.
Brian, how many are left?
I got 5 left.
Okay.
Number
Go
7
ahead.
here. Longtime Packers kicker, Mason Crosby. Stayed with the Packers, retired, or went to the Ravens?
Greg, this is you.
Let's go. So stay with the Packers, retired, or went to the Ravens. Let's say the Ravens.
Mace.
Let's say retired.
I think one of the two of you is right, but I don't know which one. I'm going to go. Well, the Ravens obviously needed a kicker, but they drafted one. I'm going to go retired. Kasim.
I'm going to go Ravens.
Brian, what's the answer?
He retired.
Yeah, Mason, I got
He tried out for the Rams a bunch of times. Whenever they were
I remember that.
searching for a kicker.
5,
with
Stephen
Tucker.
John 4, Greg 3. Go ahead, Brian.
4 left-tiered. 12-year NFL vet Tony Jefferson. Is he back with the Chargers, retired, or on to the Bills?
This one is, well, just Kasim's ahead. Well, Kasim, go. Kasim, what do you think?
Bills.
Mace.
Bills. I was trying to read Kasim to know if he actually knew.
I have no idea, so I will join you and say Bills. Greg, you want to try and score a point?
I'm 2 back.
Yeah, but there's
with
4
left. No, I'm going to stick it together. Let's go.
All right, everybody's going Bills. Brian, are we right?
No, he's stuck with the Chargers. Come on.
Of
course it would be a
Charger guy.
All right.
Next one here.
3 left?
3 left, yes.
Okay.
Another former Charger, running back with over 1,000 total offensive yards last year, J.K. Dobbins. Where is he going to play this next year?
Nice.
The Dolphins, the Cardinals, or the Broncos?
Man, I saw him leaving, and I didn't take note of who it is.
Exactly, same here.
Kasim.
What was it? Dolphins?
Dolphins, Cardinals, or Broncos?
I'm going to go Dolphins.
Dolphins, Cardinals, or Broncos? I'm going to go Broncos. Greg.
Yeah, Broncos is where I was going to go.
I'm also on Broncos.
What's the answer, Brian?
Happy you did. It is the Broncos.
Oh, yeah! We got a game.
Did I clip
Now we got a game.
You're about to clipper it.
You're about to clipper it.
2 left, and you guys are tied.
Yeah, 2
I'm
left.
1 back.
And Mason and I have to go first on this one at least. All right, here we go.
Another backup quarterback and a former first-round pick, Mac Jones. Is Mac Jones back with the Jaguars, backup in the Lions, or a backup for the 49ers?
Did the Jags let
we look at him.
I'm like, he's a Niners fan.
I am going to go Niners. Mace.
I'll go Niners.
Kasim.
Going Niners.
Greg.
See, I'm 1 back.
You're
of him.
2 back. You have to go. You have to.
I'm 2. I should have 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. You are. You're 1 back.
Go different, maybe.
But there's only 2 left.
Okay, I will go different. What was it? It was Niners.
Cardinals or Jags?
Cardinals or Jags? Back to the Jags.
Brian?
49ers backup.
Yeah! I knew it was the freaking 49ers. So I looked at you.
You didn't have to go different.
This is great.
I know. Well,
6 to 6 to 6.
All
Greg's
right.
out. Brian, this is the last one.
This is for
The last
everything.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
All right, another former
Come on,
Ram,
Kasim.
offensive tackle Joe Noteboom. Where is Joe Noteboom, former Ram, playing this year? Ravens, Commanders, or Packers?
Mace.
All good teams.
I am going to go Commanders.
I saw that he moved. I'm going to go Ravens.
I'm going to go Packers.
Oh,
Okay.
we're all somebody's going to win.
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna have
great.
a
I would
winner.
have been knocked
Brian,
out
who
anyway.
won?
Johnny I, he went to the Ravens.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous.
Come on. Nobody wants that.
That probably locks up the month, doesn't it?
I think
that
so.
puts him
Well,
out.
no.
We still got a few
but
days
no,
left.
because we got 4 days in a row of worth 2. So
Okay.
there's still 8 points up.
Oh, my God.
That's not.
That's ridiculous.
And I'm only working Monday, Tuesday next week.
Oh,
so you guys
nice.
just
Chance.
gotta keep me off the board Monday and Tuesday, and you got a chance.
Play the
and
break.
Monday's my game.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
you can't win there. All right, play the breaking news sounder there, Brian. So here's an update. 41-year-old Jermel Giroux Jones.
Is he Chuck E. Cheese?
Yes. Wearing the Chuck E. Cheese costume, was arrested yesterday. He's a suspect in credit card fraud. The arrest took place during a child's birthday party with parents and kids in the restaurant witnessing the scene. According to police, the victim, whose debit card went missing on June 28th, noticed unauthorized charges totaling $100 at various locations.
He walked Chuck E. Cheese for $100.
This is my favorite part. When police first entered, Jones was not in costume but appeared visibly nervous. Later, officers found him back in the Chuck E. suit and detained him with this instruction: Chuck E., come with me, Chucky. It literally says, Chuck E., come with me.
He was
Chuck E.
not in a suit, and they
So
made
he
him put
had
the suit back
Wait a
on?
minute. Do you think the reason they cuffed him in the Chuck E. Cheese costume is because they thought he was trying to sneak out as
Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, maybe.
He is visibly nervous.
they
Then he put on
outsmarted
his
him.
Chuck E. Cheese outfit, and then they said, Chucky, come
Well,
with me,
I'll
Chucky.
give him one thing. They didn't call him by his real name to figure out the illusion.
True.
Like, they said,
Hey,
Chucky,
still, Chucky,
come on.
Chucky, come with
Mr.
me.
Cheese,
Chucky.
you need to come with me, Cheese.
All right, there you go. Hey, Rams training camp. We're out here at LMU having a fun afternoon, and coming up next for you is some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Coming up next at 3 p.m.
Marcus, George Sedano, Scott Kaplan with you here. Thanks for taking the time, buddy. What went into the decision in regards to you joining the Lakers?
For me, it's being able to get back into that mode of, being on a big stage, making an impact, and, helping the team win.
And now, let me ask you this. How much or how instrumental was Luka in recruiting you over here?
Oh, he's big time. The fact that, a player of his caliber, checking in, and trying to see, what he can and how I can get over here to join, him and LeBron and everybody else on this Lakers team to come over here and, help do something, make an impact to do something great. We understand that we play this game to win championships.
Sedano and Cap on 710. The fun way to drive home.
Sedano and Cap.
Making waves all week long with your chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. Every day this week, you've got a shot to take the whole crew to SeaWorld and experience the all-new Jewels of the Sea jellyfish exhibit. The reimagined Journey to Atlantis coming soon. And the non-stop excitement of the Summer Spectacular. Stay locked into Sedano and Cap and be ready when you hear the cue to call. It's the SeaWorld San Diego ticket giveaway. All week long, only on Sedano and Cap, right here on ESPN LA.
Real men don't bite their nails. They get them buffed and admired. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Save $30 on an indulgent 2-hour mani-pedi combo at Sage Spa.
Number 2.
Pointer Sisters, live August 23rd.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Jeep Gladiator and $5,000 in promo chips at 10 p.m. the 31st. Earn entries now. Be here at 10 p.m. on the 31st to win.
Morongo, good times.
It's time for the Black and Gold Report. The latest news surrounding LAFC and a look at the upcoming matchup. Powered by Ocean Subaru of Fullerton.
It was a wild 3-3 draw in last week's El Tráfico Derby. Now LAFC have one last MLS match tonight versus the Timbers at BMO Stadium before breaking away for Leagues Cup play next week. LAFC forward Jeremy Abobasi has turned the page on last week's draw and looks forward to tonight's battle.
We are a better team for it. We are together in what comes next. And so I think the page has been turned. We've had some good training sessions. We have a big game against Portland and an opportunity to hopefully make a run in Leagues Cup.
The Timbers trail LAFC by just 2 points in the Western Conference standings, as the Black and Gold will be without Eddie Segura, as he serves his 1-game suspension after being shown a red card versus the Galaxy last week.
And that's the Black and Gold Report, powered by Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love. Go to OceanSubaruOC.com for more info. OceanSubaruOC.com. Go Black and Gold.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
It's Happy Friday! There you go. We got Cappy in the house. Who else is that? Andy?
Yeah, we got Beto Duran.
Oh, Beto. Sorry about that.
Hi, Beto.
I was told Andy was going to be there. Hey, what's up, Beto?
I was told somebody else was going to be here because you're never here, Macecation.
No, it's summertime, man. Summertime. I'm here some of the time.
Hey, congratulations, guys. Congratulations on your new contract, by the way.
On our, as they described in the program, our multi-year extension.
Multi-year extension.
Exactly 2.
Definitely more than 1. Definitely less than 3.
I saw the post yesterday. I just love reading all the comments about.
Same.
Like a lot of people love you.
Those
guys,
a-holes, they renewed those idiots.
Right. What kind of garbage do they put on the radio?
Oh wow, I was more like the positive ones that I saw. Like,
I was too. I was on the positive.
Yeah,
ones. I ignored the negative ones.
And I told everybody the story. I remember when you guys got announced to work at 710 and La Cienega, and that's when I used to be the guy calling on the phone screener, right? And I had a call
for the late great Ray Calusa. Is the guy who brought us back.
I had to call a guy named Steve Mason, and I called him and I said, "Hey, Steve, Beto Duran from ESPN Radio in Los Angeles. Welcome to the station." And here's what Mason said: "Yep, thanks."
There is no way. I had to be more gracious than that.
Back in those years, your head was all over the place.
It was you were on your cell phone and I think you were driving up or something, whatever it was, and you said, "Yep, thanks," because I was the phone screener. Like, you're not gonna have chit chat with me, and then you went on the air and you killed it, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
you
sure I
every
remembered your name after it was over.
No
right?
chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Cappy, you were here yesterday. I'm super optimistic about the Rams. I think this is going to be. I've never been more optimistic since the Rams got back to LA than I am about this team.
I have to unfortunately agree, and I say unfortunately only because a lot of times what happens is especially at the beginning of training camp, like we all convince ourselves about how great our teams are that we're covering. You know, so I can just say this.
It's like when you watch Hard Knocks and everybody falls in love with whoever's on Hard Knocks.
Exactly. Or like, here's a great example, though, John, is that, we're all friends with JT the Brick in Vegas, right?
Right.
And JT is hyping the Raiders like so many other people are. Like, Pete Carroll has already completely changed everything, including the attitude and the belief and everything else. And I buy that. I do. But that's only because it's week 1 of training camp. You know,
right?
Like by the time we get to week 5 or week 6 of the regular season, we'll all be like, "Where did all that optimism go?" But
I think the Raiders, Cap, are going to finish 4th in that division, but I think they could still win 8 or 9 games.
Well, and by the way, if they win 8 or 9 games and they do finish last, then they're on their way. Because look, I mean, it's probably considered the toughest division in the NFL. When you go coach for coach, team for team, they've got the best coaches. I mean, top to bottom in the division. The Raiders adding Geno Smith at quarterback, which I know people aren't impressed necessarily.
By the way, I think that's a huge upgrade. You know, in 2 years he was a top 8 quarterback in the NFL.
Right. It is a massive upgrade, and also not only that, but he also played for Pete in Seattle, so there's already that relationship built in. But Mace, going back to what you're saying, I'm with you. I actually think based on what the Rams did a year ago, based on how they finished the season in Philadelphia, given the circumstances of the snow and the way they had been run over, essentially, by the Philadelphia running attack in 2 games, one in the regular season, one in the postseason. I just think the Rams, we talked about this yesterday, they didn't lose their coordinators. There really are not any camp battles per se. So when you think about the starters and you think about the coaching staff, it's more cohesive than ever before. And so this is a year. I mean, you have to go for it this year because Stafford's 37.
Sure.
And this is the year to go for it.
Did I see that your friend Alex Van Pelt is now working for the Rams?
Yeah, so he was the offensive coordinator of the Patriots last year. And prior to that, he was the offensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns let him go, which was a huge mistake, and they went completely backwards last year. And the Patriots had this 3-year plan, and that just got into year 1. And then because Mike Vrabel was available, Bob Kraft
they blew it all up
to fire everybody. And so then Alex became available. And Coach McVay called him one day. He was trying to decide, what will I do next? He actually, to be honest, he was probably thinking about taking a little bit of time off because he's been going hard for 25 years, and he made a lot of money.
How do you know him, Cap?
They were roommates, right?
College roommates. 5 years, college roommates.
So he played at Pitt with you.
Played at Pitt. He was the star quarterback.
That's right. He played with Cappy.
Well,
Get it right. Cappy was the star on that team.
No, he played with Cappy, right?
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Cappy didn't play with him. He played with Cappy.
That's right. He knows
But,
him.
yeah, roommates for 5 years, best men in each other's weddings. His marriage lasted. Mine, of course, evaporated. And brothers,
You know, I
man.
would imagine Cappy, Alex Van Pelt. This has got to be like a great opportunity to work with Sean McVay and to learn all the secrets, get into the magic dust, and figure out exactly how McVay runs things. He's going to come away from this at some point, so much more tuned into what's happening in the NFL, right?
Well, I would say so much more tuned in to a much younger head coach's innovation. I think when you're a guy who's in your mid-50s and you've been at it since you're in your early 30s, you become, by virtue of your age and your experience, you become an old school coach. But then you get with a new school coach like Sean McVay, and you go, wow, he does things very, very differently. And you know what it is, Mace, is that all these coaches from the Rams get picked off year after year and become head coaches of other teams. So either, a coordinator goes and becomes a head coach, and maybe they want to take him with them, or maybe somebody leaves and then he steps in. But you know what? You want to hear kind of an interesting story to all of this?
Sure.
Is that when Coach McVay was a very young coach, he was coaching in Washington.
He still is.
That's right. But he was a very young coach on the Jay Gruden staff in Washington, okay? And he's with Raheem Morris, who was his defensive coordinator the last couple of years and now is a head coach with Atlanta. So Sean McVay and Raheem Morris, very, very close friends, okay?
By the way, on that staff, Cap, was Kyle Shanahan, Raheem Morris, Sean McVay, I believe Mike McDaniel, the guy in Miami.
I think you might be right.
All in the same staff. So that was a rock star staff that never went anywhere.
So listen to this story. So Raheem, who had been the head coach in Tampa Bay at one time, his quarterback coach on that staff was Alex Van Pelt. So the then Redskins came to Green Bay to play the Packers. And it's the Saturday night before the game on Sunday. And maybe the game was a Sunday night, right? So Raheem calls Alex and says, hey, Alex, are you guys possibly tonight like watching the UFC fights? And Alex says, yeah, we're watching the fights. You want to come over and watch the fights? So Raheem's like, yeah, we're looking for a place to watch the fights. So the coaches, Raheem Morris and Sean McVay, go over to Alex's house to watch the fights. And Alex meets McVay for the first time. And McVay's probably in his early 20s. And Alex says to McVay, so, hey, what are you planning on doing? What do you want to do? What's your career path? What are you thinking? And whatever Alex said to McVay that night, now remember, Alex is an older coach.
Right.
Alex came up through John Gruden as well. So there was that connection with McVay as well. And whatever Alex said to McVay that night when Alex was, let's say, 35, I'm making up a number, and McVay was maybe 23 or 24, whatever he said to McVay that night made such an impression on McVay that when McVay called him in February and said, hey, Coach, what's your next move? And Van Pelt said, well, I'm not really positive yet, Coach. And McVay says, well, we want to hire you as our senior offensive assistant. And Alex went, okay, so what do you want me to do? And he's like, well, I want you to accept the job. He's like, that's it? You don't need me to fly out and No, I don't need to interview you. I know you. I know your resume. I want you on our staff. And that's how it happened.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I mean,
That's really cool.
that night,
That's real cool.
there must have been some impression must have been made that Van Pelt made on McVay that he hired him sight unseen.
Hey, that's
So
something.
you're saying that Alex Van Pelt made a better impression on Sean McVay than Steve Mason did on Beto Duran?
Clearly.
That
is true.
That's another thing to say. Always be nice to the young interns because you never know who's going to end up
When
being
they're
your boss.
going to go on the radio and say crap about you.
Oh, no. Just like, you know who taught me that? John Ireland.
There you go.
Just like
You
Jim
be
Hill.
nice to everybody, Beto, because you never know where they're going to be in 5 years.
Just like when Jim Hill was on with you guys earlier today, he was saying nothing but great things about Ireland.
Did you hear Kurt Sandoval? Because he came on and said nothing but nice things about me.
He did. I heard him because
Mason had to ask him.
I had to ask him to do it.
Hey, as a loyal listener, I heard Mason say, all right, Kurt, your turn. Let's go. I introduced you to your wife. Yep. We gave your wife a job.
Tomorrow night is the private podcast party, which we are doing. The PPP.
Are either one of you guys coming to that, Beto or Cappy?
Man, if it was any other day.
That a boy, Beto. I've taught you well.
It is. I am really excited for it because we are.
No, that's awesome.
Ireland and I were in a Waymo last night.
Oh, yeah.
Believe
How'd
it
that
or
go?
not.
Yeah, wait. So you survived, John.
Ireland
I
did
not
the
only
Waymo?
survived, Cap, I am now a complete Waymo convert. I
No.
told Mace after.
Let me hear your.
My gosh, Beto, have you been in one yet?
No, I'm scared still. Because of
I
what
was
you say.
too. I was too, and I would have had Mason not made me do this, I would have still had the same position today. But we took it. I just drove after the show. I drove to Mason's house, and so we took a Waymo from Mace's to Felix, and then after the dinner, from Felix back to Mace's, and it's flawless.
Wow.
These cars are all brand new Jaguars, and it basically put the Waymo Mace to the test because we went down alleys. We had a dog jump in front of us. We had a bike right in front of us, and the Waymo picked up all of it. It's got like 27 cameras on it.
Yeah, it's surrounded by cameras. The coolest thing is, John said, how did you know this was your Waymo? And I'm like, well, my initials are up there on that thing on top of the car.
Really?
I mean, it is
great.
incredible. You guys should really
I would
try it.
encourage both of you to do it. I was as reluctant as
You were as reluctant as what?
That's it. That was their. They're done.
That was it.
Actually, no, they got 2 more minutes. What the heck?
Well, you know what happened yesterday, Beto, is that when we were there, we definitely fell off the air. And by the way, I'm watching on YouTube right now. They're still talking to us. They have no idea that they've fallen off the air.
Cappy, hit that sound there. Let's start the show, baby.
Okay.
I don't have that.
John just took